we're definitely live now.
Do you want to start our recordings over?
No, we're good. Nick's got it. We're good, guys. We're live.
Well,
Take two.
Audio's live. Take two.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm going to give a big clap so Nick will know where to edit in the audio. I hope that worked. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the 47th episode of the Destiny Community Podcast, brought to you by Blue Microphones and Headphones. Again,
damn.
This is going to be a very spoilerific-filled episode of the podcast because there's a lot of stuff to talk about in Destiny 2. Some of it you guys probably don't want to hear if you are going in blind, but we will be sure to let you know when that spoiler stuff starts. Until then, we're going to play grab ass or whatever the hell we do on the podcast. So,
yeah.
Hello. Hey, let me give us another great segue here. Hey, Gigz, how you doing?
Howdy, gamer. Doing good.
So let's grab Gig's ass. Was that what you were saying?
Something like that.
Whoa.
All right.
I think I
Hold there, easy there.
Gigz, what's your favorite taco place?
Oh, man.
I know, it's a hard question.
Cactus Taco is pretty good. There's a place called Henry's Tacos that's pretty good.
You can stop at Cactus. You can stop at Cactus.
Yeah, we can just stop there. Yeah, they're local.
Yep.
Cool.
Cactus is the greatest
So
taco
it
shop
wouldn't
ever.
be any fast food chains by any chance, would it?
No.
Good. Excellent. I love how this podcast is starting already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I would like to know, though, would you ever consider going to Taco Bell?
I mean, I go to Taco Bell
There you go. See, Pope.
at least once a month.
Now, do you
So
go
12
there
times a
out of
year?
necessity, or do you have a burning desire in your loins to eat Taco Bell?
Pure laziness.
It's because it has a drive-thru, and Cactus Taco doesn't have a drive-thru.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
So
I understand.
If there was an easier, if Cactus Taco allowed it, you would go there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Still, all right, that's acceptable.
But the Baja Blast, though.
Baja Blast is amazing.
It's amazing coming in, and it's even better coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, not really. So, Gigz, you play a little Destiny, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Solid question.
It's a solid question. You know, my transitions today are tier 1.
Yeah.
You might say.
Best.
No.
That was good. That was good.
That was good.
No, it's not. Don't pander to me. So I hang out in your streams. I like to lurk, man.
Uh-huh.
And you got a good thing going there. You've got you do PvP. You're kind of talented in that world. Have you always been good at first person shooters?
I mean, not always. I started terrible, just like everyone else, but just grinded through it, you know.
And how did that happen? It's just like, what were you playing? I mean, was it Destiny that you started grinding?
No, it was like Halo 3 is where I actually started getting good. I got into the MLG scene and then just grinded through that, and then that skill transfers over to Destiny pretty easily.
It's something that when we were playing the beta together, it's something that I noticed when you were with your other tier 1, like that your squad, your group, that you don't get a lot of in Destiny when you're playing in public matches, is there's the natural call-outs that like a good team will give. It just comes so fluidly. You guys are talking, you're shooting the shit, but you can lock it down in about 2 seconds and start giving call-outs, and the score would just jump to the positive. It was crazy. It was fun to play with you guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, we can just instantly, like, we'll just have fun, and then when we actually need to take it serious, if we get a good game, then we'll, lock it down and start focusing.
And one of the things that we noticed during the beta is that they had a lot more visual cues on the heads-up display, on the user interface for PvP. What are your thoughts on that as far as like the average gamer? Is that something that helps with as a someone that's come from the LMLG scene? Is that something that helps you guys or?
Yeah, I mean it's good. So like back in when Bungie made Halo, there was like power weapons just like Destiny 2, but they didn't have a visual cue. You'd have to have like a timer, right? So it's like people would download this app and it'd have like you plug it into your headphones, and then it'd tell you like, oh, in 30 seconds it's coming up, but there's no visual cue. So the visual cues actually makes everything a lot easier and more accessible for people that don't have, the times down.
Do you think that it may have, what are your feelings? Do you think it was like maybe too much information, or do you feel like it's just the right amount?
The only thing I think would be too much is knowing if someone else has a super, because then you can just sit back, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, if I have a super and I still get the kill on you, then, well, you only have yourself to blame for that.
So it's you do a lot of PvP, but if someone came by your stream to check you out, do you play other games or other game modes?
Yeah, I do a lot of PvE. The PvE is actually what really drew me to Destiny, like the raids and stuff. I used to do a lot of speedruns, and then outside of Destiny, just first-person shooters all day.
Yeah, how did you
I've been seeing you play a lot of PUBG lately.
Yeah, I've been grinding PUBG in the just waiting for D2 phase.
Nice.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are on that right now.
I love PUBG.
How did you get into streaming?
So I started streaming pre-Twitch, like Justin TV days. I don't know.
Old school.
I just liked it. It was like back when you had a dazzle captured yellow, white, red cables. It was terrible. But then I moved. I didn't have good enough internet to stream till like 3 years ago, and then started streaming right before Destiny.
Nice.
Do you miss Halo, the MLG, because the competitions where you had to travel to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
no, it was a lot of fun. I miss it a lot.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, I do. I hope that Bungie does something with Destiny, because that whole traveling and then competing is a lot of fun for me.
Nice.
And you got to participate in the tournament at GuardianCon, right?
Yeah.
How was that as far as like an experience for you compared to what you saw in the early days of Halo?
It was crazy. There was a lot of people. So I'd make a play, and then all of a sudden I hear the crowd cheering, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I remember, I killed someone with my hammer, then I heard the crowd cheering, so then I dropped a couple respect kneels, and then everyone went wild.
And does that, as a player up on stage, how does that affect you?
It felt great. I wasn't nervous or anything. I don't really get nervous, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I liked it.
I noticed that there was, a ton of crowd interaction. Did you find that got in the way of your team communication, or do you guys think you just had it locked down?
Well, the way they had the setup for the communication on the stage wasn't very good. So we had kind of no idea what was going on. But so the stage the crowd didn't really have anything to do with that. But no, it was all right. It was good. If anything, it made me play better because it felt good, to have a crowd behind you.
Sure. Yeah. You're playing PUBG. That means you have a PC and you do PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're going to find yourself during Destiny 2?
Absolutely. Unless they announce a competitive league on PS4, I'll be maining PC. But I'll play on every platform just to interact with the community.
And do you feel comfortable with the mouse and keyboard? I
started with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I'm super comfortable. Yep.
Yeah. I started playing PUBG recently, and just getting used to controlling a character with your hands on the keyboard and mouse. As someone that's come from console gaming, it's the crossover is pretty difficult. Do you have any advice for anybody that's maybe starting out like that?
You just got to keep playing. So I always hear people be like, oh, I'm just going to use a controller for Destiny 2 PC. And I'm like, well, every minute you're using a controller is a minute you're not, learning mouse and keyboard, and you're just going to put yourself at a disadvantage. So, there's nothing you can do other than keep practicing and keep trying till you get used to it.
Have you settled in on equipment that you're going to use? Obviously, you're going to try to play competitively. Mm-hmm. I've been hearing some of the other competitive players in Destiny talking about, the mouse is really important. Apparently, I had no idea. Yeah. I just thought they were a mouse. Is a mouse. Is a mouse.
Nope. Jesus. Not at all.
This is a good one. This is a good one, right?
What even is that? Oh God.
Is that
a $5 mouse?
Yeah, it's about $5.
It came with his computer.
I was about to say, did that come with your PC?
It did.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
I like the Logitech mice. The Zowie mice are pretty good, and I use a Corsair keyboard. So, there's a lot of good options out there.
I have a Zowie.
Sure.
I have the Zowie EC2-A.
Yeah,
thought you were
people
gonna say
love that
esports.
mouse.
Nice.
And then you know. That's when
Yeah.
you know.
I was actually thinking about picking up that mouse and trying it out.
I need to try that. How many buttons are on that mouse?
Left click, right click, middle mouse button click. Then there's like 2 buttons switch on the side.
So same like
That's
Death
the
Adder.
same as the
The Death Adder.
Adder.
Yeah. I've been looking for like a good 6-button or 8-button mouse.
You don't even want to touch the keyboard. You're going to be moving your character with your
So
Yeah.
mouse hand.
just
I want to just
just
have
a little
few more
spoiler
buttons.
about
What about
this
a little
podcast.
joystick?
We're
going to
be talking a
Right.
lot of PC stuff during this podcast, just because of the nature of these 4 human beings. I will try to ask as many questions as we go along for the console players out there, so that you guys aren't lost in the conversation. But thanks very much for joining us, Gigz. We're gonna jump right into the Destiny stuff. There's a crap load. To
Are we
talk
doing
about.
Are we doing spoilers?
Spoiler free
Well,
at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we have
Okay.
that's not spoiler free? Like
Yeah.
the
Clans are updated.
clan migration happened. Yep.
The clans are all set up for Destiny 2 now. So if you go to your Destiny companion app, that was updated. You now have clan chat in there, which is really cool. So you can just like chat with your clan members whenever you're away and you don't have their phone number because you don't want to be creepy. So yeah, that's all changed. It's got a new layout. You can it has got like the banner and stuff. It also shows like the progress of your clan in certain events and rewards and stuff. So obviously you haven't made any progress yet because Destiny 2 is not out, but it kind of gives you an insight into what clans are going to be like in Destiny 2. So that's there.
There's also the banner.
The banner,
like the clan
yes.
banner that you can customize.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So did we found out that does your emblem in game affect that banner on BNet? Is that like how I think that's what I saw ahead of time? Does it show up now where if you select, well, we don't know because we're not in Destiny 2, but I thought that the banner in game would affect your banner that you had on your clan
The
setup.
clan
I'm not
banner?
sure. Maybe that's not true. No, of your personal banner.
Your
On
personal banner.
I think they're
your,
separate. I think your emblem and your clan banner are like 2 separate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Those separate.
I mean, obviously that, but I'm just saying like when you go to your profile,
Oh, right. Okay.
but I'm not sure. I was playing around with that. I thought that that's something that was going to cross over, but maybe not.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
It looks good. The website looks clean. They
so
made
much
a lot
better.
of really good, adjustments. It looks, and operates very smooth. I'm really excited to hear about what they're talking about with seasons, like season 1. Clans unlock character perks and rewards by leveling up their clan. The more active the clan, the higher the clan level. So
Gotta get that high clan level for those rewards. I keep telling
Hell yeah.
people I'm only making sure all of you are gonna play the game a lot so you can get me free stuff.
And what about what about clans that are focused on, say, PvP or PvE? I wonder if some of the rewards are going to be activity specific.
I think it is.
You're going to have like mixed groups.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was an interview. I don't know if it was in an article or whatever because there's so many interviews, but I'm pretty sure someone said that if you say don't complete the Nightfall every week, but you have people in your clan who complete the Nightfall every week on all 3 characters, you can get rewards for them completing that. So the fact that they specifically said about the Nightfall, it makes me think that, if someone in your clan goes flawless in trials, maybe you get a reward from that, or does the raid. So I think, so to me, it kind of indicated that it was going to be like separate activities. When people complete it, you get a reward. Everyone gets something.
Gigz, how do you use your clan? Because you guys have is it just a small like competitive group, or do you open it up to people that?
No, it's like very small. But if they're doing stuff where you get rewards, and then you want to have like a bunch of people, I'm gonna pick up 100 of the grindiest, sweatiest kids, and just go hard.
So if you grind Destiny, send your resume to Gigz here, and he'll evaluate you.
Yeah.
50 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, bare minimum.
You show me how no life you are in a video.
That was actually a thing that we did in our old WoW clan, where they introduced that to guilds in game. They had like a progression system that you could get rewards and certain perks for your guild. And then we just basically are like, hey, we see that you're on the auction house a lot farming stuff. Why don't you come in here? And like our guild was like the first one on the server to get max level. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Those are the days, right?
Just getting people to farm it for us.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what type of evolution happens with the clan system, because seasons are becoming the thing when it comes to video games and content refresh and all that, especially for PvP stuff. So if there is legitimate seasonal content for clans, both on a PvE side and on a PvP side, I think it's going to be really healthy for the economy, like the player economy / emotions of wanting to like play Destiny and be excited about the content that comes out. Like, it's going to be really good. So I just hope it's not just, here's a class item.
Well,
but what if it's an exclusive, awesome class item for getting to like
gold and
what if it's gold?
Shiny. If it's shiny.
And has your clan banner on it.
So I'm thinking every 3 months. I'm thinking every 3 months. Like, I don't want a gold Warlock bond every 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, it's got
Well, that's just because Warlocks, it's a bond. You can't really see it.
A gold towel?
If you were a hunter, you'd be like, hell yeah.
A gold cape? But
I want
gold
cape.
You get the gold cape once. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I want it to be interesting rewards that are sought after.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
I want people to look at me and be like, damn. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we all want.
Yeah.
I think everyone
I want to strut the farm and kick the chickens out of the way and be like, look at me.
Yeah. Look at this diamond status gear that I got because of my clan is badass.
I'm badass.
Was there anything like that in D1?
No.
Like, I guess Trials kind of, but not on like a level of like, oh my god, he has
Trials
that.
Would be the closest, yeah. And then some of the custom stuff that came out of like maybe doing the charities that you could find like the
three of us have this shirt on.
I could literally go put mine on right now.
I mean, I wish
I should have gotten the memo. I mean.
So the next thing talks about the Oath Keeper score. In guided games, finishing activities and playing according to the Guardian's Oath lead to better scores. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, a little bit of an insight there into. So we have to follow an oath to get a better score for our guided game.
We are the keeper of the oath.
Yes.
And if guided games are, if you don't remember, the activity where you are helping, you open up your raid or Nightfall fire team to bring somebody in and pick them up. And we don't know exactly how that's going to work, but we saw some ideas of how they plan to implement it. And in doing that, you help your clan's Oathkeeper score. And I wonder what, according to the Guardian Oath,
oh, what if you get a sword? It's like Game of Thrones. Oathkeeper the sword, and you get to have like a custom clan sword, custom clan weapons.
Custom clan weapons.
That's
actually really cool. Bungie, get on it.
And then when you have each piece, it creates a set bonus. Oh my god!
Oh my god! And then if you're playing with your clan, you get even more set bonuses.
Oh my god!
You got an aura,
But seriously though, getting like a clan weapon would be kind of cool, especially a sword, because it could be, I don't know, different colors. Get on it, Bungie.
Maybe a clan. I don't know how they would do it, but like a clan.
Swords, dude. Swords are sweet.
It's got to
color a shader that you got that for your armor.
I am helpful. Look at me, so nice.
So I think that's actually a really neat idea. So imagine being in the farm, right? And you could put on a shader that indicates to other people that you are like a Sherpa, that you are willing to help anybody through an activity, and then maybe that shader screams to other people, if they're looking for help, they go to them and then they message them or they invite them to a chat. I mean, that's not a half bad idea.
No.
I'm really interested in the oath thing because it's got to be something that they can measure in game, right?
Yeah.
In order for you to, it can't just be like, don't be an asshole, unless it's dealt with like reports and you can report a Sherpa for being not nice to you.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
probably
that
the
could be
person you
abused.
bring in that gives you the report afterwards, like a good or bad report.
Get a little survey.
Yeah.
How
It
was your
counts how many.
experience?
It counts how many times you rapidly crouch in PvP.
Yeah.
And
That
how
could be-
they
proximity of the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
It's a measurable thing.
I think that the finishing the key is to finish activities and play according. So I imagine start to finish, you help them through, not just having them jump in at the end. Maybe
Yeah.
like think about a team that wants to get through an activity and get the score. They could just do the raid, have one of their guys back out, bring somebody in, and at the very end finish off the fight or the nightfall.
Well, we don't know the specifics of the system yet, so
No, I
Yeah,
know.
but it's
Find
just
out
a
Already
start.
thinking of ways to try to farm it.
Yeah, that's
Exploit the system.
I mean, I think we could, as a clan, Rezo, we could line up like 3 or 4 raids right back to back, and then just have bring in randoms to drop in and finish them out. I mean,
Right.
I'm not saying we're going to do that.
and then the person that left will have the checkpoint there
The
at the end,
checkpoint.
so they can
Right.
get other people to come
Going,
back in. You
yeah.
just keep.
we could
keep
just
that
do
going.
raid grinding like
For
weekends
your oath score.
for our
What?
oath score. We will be
I was about
oathed
to have
out.
the
What
biggest
if-
oath score out of any Guardian?
So
Hopefully.
I got the biggest oath. baby.
what if the oath score is actually a little? What if it's currency based? Also, like you get like oath coins or something that are also associated with the clan stuff for redeemable things.
That'd be cool.
Interesting.
There'll be a NPC that's holder of the clans.
Yeah, like it,
You go talk to him.
exactly.
Throw your coins at him.
Another
Yeah,
hunter.
a clan NPC that has like a weekly set of things or a monthly set of clan items that you get, and the only way you get the currency is by helping out in the clan or having a clan that is active and helping.
Yeah.
Your oath score will be the Destiny's new version of your PvE elo. Dude, that's so funny. Oh man, I could totally see us clans competing for like a higher oath score. I'm more helpful than you are.
I
Yeah.
could see that as long as Bungie themselves actually show stuff like that. Kind of like, remember how they would show the best scores for Prison Elders for a while, you
yeah.
know? There was a little bit of
Yeah.
prestige with it. I could see them doing something in that sense if they start showing it on the TWAB.
People start getting egos over their oath score.
Yeah, check out my oath. It's huge, you know?
That's so weird though, because it's all about helping people, right?
Yeah.
So then having an ego about
I
being
help
the
people
best
better
helper.
than you.
No,
That's
you
super
don't, bro.
weird.
We're super helpful. Way more helpful than you are.
Look, the only reason my oath score isn't that high is because I'm like really trying to get some really bad people through this content, man.
And you're just going for people that are just not
Yeah, you're
like
just going for
yeah.
you're doing account recoveries basically to increase your
Yeah.
oath score.
Oh my god.
Oh, imagine
Smurf accounts for helping.
counter clan oath boosting. So you just have like a sister clan, and then you just boost each other's
Oh no.
score.
Pope, stop
So,
it.
The
Stop it.
exploiting going
I mean,
on here.
don't even
Exploits.
know
That's how my
PvP.
brain works too. It's all right.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking about it already. You get a sister clan together, and then you just pop 3 people in and switch them around, and then you're
Be efficient. Yeah.
yeah. You go three raids back to back. You're good.
Pretty sure if you're in a clan, it doesn't count with being helped on another clan.
Yeah, I
It
think you have to
says-
be clanless, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
No, I
sure you
think
have to be clanless.
I think you have to be
like-
clanless.
Okay,
Or
so
maybe
all
another
it takes is you just like making another account on your PlayStation and game sharing it, and then boom.
Yeah, that's why I
Bam.
said Smurf accounts.
We got this. We
Smurf.
figured it out already. We broken it.
Yeah, you get
Bungie.
smurfed up, you boost that.
I don't
oath-
even know
oath,
what it is.
Bungie
Right.
nerf clan elo.
All they want to do is have people get help from clans, guys. Jesus.
I know. We're already trying to figure out how to farm it.
Scamming the
Own
system
benefit.
here.
Wrong with
Oh,
gamers,
God.
man. That's
We're the
what's wrong with
worst.
gamers. Is there anything else on that clan page? Yeah, there is a report feature right on the front page of the website. Looks like if you
Just
find
report the
somebody,
clan.
you can report it for disruption,
Oath farming.
insults, or disrespect,
Farming the oath.
harassment, personal attacks, or a privacy violation.
Oh.
Gory violence, explicit sexuality, illegal activity. I mean, what are they thinking we're gonna do?
I'm
Hacking
gonna
or
bring
cheating?
people in and be like, you
spoilers
want
or
Yeah,
some
stolen
Destiny 2 is
gas?
going to be a different experience.
I know. Soliciting phishing or impersonation.
Jesus.
Hey man, give me your PSN password, I'll totally help you through the raid.
You got to do it while pretending to be someone else, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You have to
It's
walk.
impersonating somebody else.
You have to walk out of the room and then come back in 5 minutes, and you'll have a Gallahorn. Sad.
Oh God.
Sorry, guys. All right,
Oh,
bring that one up.
Do you remember that one? What was that? How old was that kid? He was like 10 or 11.
The game sharing incident of, hey, I can show you how to get to max level instantaneously. Just do game share with me. And the dude logged out and deleted his character.
Deleted
in the game
all
share.
kinds
The
of
kid was like maybe 6.
Yeah,
Got his stuff
that's so
deleted.
he had a
sad.
Gallahorn on his account.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That is
Yeah,
horrible.
but then the reaction to that was the community getting behind him.
Yes.
And everybody getting together and just grinded him back up to like get all his stuff. I think that was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was clans. Anything else spoiler free?
Yeah, I got something. Sorry, Gigz, you probably are not aware of this, but last week we had a cooking throwdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why Briar's not here.
That's why
true
Briar's
reason.
not here, is because
True
turns out he can't do math. Turns out Briar Rabbit can't do math.
Well,
I
Done
thought
is
Briar
done.
wasn't here just because his ISP was down.
No, it's
No.
because he didn't want us to yell at him
Mhm.
for
You
having
wanted to get
that.
shamed hard.
I don't know.
Shame, ring the shame bells.
Here's
Right,
the thing.
shame.
Here's the thing. You guys can throw the mathematics at it, but in
Yeah,
the
which
end,
we will.
In the end, we said let's let chat decide.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, popular vote. Let's take the current election. Who won the popular vote again? Oh yeah, the person who didn't win.
This
Thus-
isn't the United States.
This is not.
We're just
This
here.
is just a cooking showdown.
Also, Tefty, it's your channel and your chat.
was a
so
DCP
I call
event.
shenanigans.
It was a
It
DCP
was a
event,
DC
and it
Oh
was
my god, you guys are
basically
such
50-50.
sport. So, Gigz, let me explain what happened.
Okay.
We had a competition between Team Seattle and Team California, Team Bay Area, and where I went over to Tefty's house and Holtzmann went over to Watt's house, and Swain from Crucible Radio, who's a chef in real life, put together a secret menu. We had to make the two items live on stream, and we had an hour to do it, and we had celebrity guests as our judges, and
We
yeah,
chose Dado.
so-
Dado was our celebrity chef, by the way, a child in a man's body with no taste buds.
And so we competed fair and square.
You guys
And,
had 2 judges. We had one.
Also, Dado
And-
hates us, so
and
that's
we won.
not fair.
We won on the straight vote.
You guys have
And
your
your
wives.
judges and your
They
judges
love
were
you.
married to you.
According
Hold
to the
I'm hearing so
The
many.
The judges,
excuses
the
right
judges
here.
were in fact grading us lower because they were significant
No.
others. No, they weren't.
Nope.
They were like,
No,
we
they
actually,
love you.
they were like,
okay?
no, we actually
Dado
gave you
doesn't
guys a
love us.
lower score on the first one because we were afraid of being biased. So
Dado didn't give us crazy high scores.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
He
Gigz,
downgraded.
we just killed them. They may
Ah.
have they won the appetizer. They arguably had a better appetizer.
yes,
Mhm.
we'll
But
give you that.
in the entree, we smashed them.
Mhm.
And we won by only a few points. So Tefty and I were gracious enough to say,
Technically,
well,
no, you didn't win by a few points.
according
How-
to
According to the judges.
How about
according
this?
to
no,
the people running the competition,
no.
we won by a few points.
Yeah.
And so we
But
decided
you
that
didn't.
we'll leave it to the chat. We'll leave
Right.
it to chat, right? And we did a poll, and we won by 8 votes.
How about
Okay.
this?
Out of
Okay.
300.
So what
Wait,
does that
wait,
sound
wait,
like to you?
wait,
Who
wait.
who does it sound like was the winner
Oh,
of that
no.
competition? Gigz?
I have no idea.
But okay, we
Pick a
had
side,
a better
damn it.
appetizer. You guys had a better entree. We won the actual scoring. You just ignore Briar's math. You guys won the vote. So how about we just come together and we just make an awesome full meal together because you
Rematch.
guys make better entrees and we make better appetizers. That's why we're together as a podcast.
We can totally
sounds
do
great.
that as another event, but we won the kitchen throwdown.
You did not. Okay.
We won the kitchen throwdown. All right, so hey Tefty, how about we can start using kitchen throwdown like hashtag undefeated, you and I.
Oh, we're
right?
undefeated. Yeah, that's right.
We're undefeated.
Oh man, it's
It feels good to be
Wow.
undefeated.
Suddenly the air is cleaner. It's like, it's so light.
Well,
in
you
here.
probably need that living over
You
there.
probably need that living in California where you guys
It is a
don't
little
actually have
smoggy.
water. Oh
It is
man.
a little-
Just,
So anyway,
let's drink some of this fine
that happened
Washington
on
State water.
Saturday.
Mm.
Yeah.
Gigs that happened on Saturday, so they're a little raw because of it. And
Yeah.
but
Why Brian's not here.
Yeah.
He was nervous.
it was fun. It was a great event, and anybody who's in chat that joined us for it, thanks very much for being a part of it. That was
The whole reason we did it was because we raised like 40. That was one of the goals for raising money on the Guardian Constraint.
Oh, okay. Nice.
yeah, we were supposed to do a podcast about food, so
Yep.
yeah, we got
So
got
we
it out
didn't
there.
do that.
We did it.
We did a cook-off.
Okay,
Even
let's get into spoilers.
Okay.
Now, okay.
So,
Bye,
yeah.
guys.
Hold on. I'm going to leave a small gap in the audio here.
Yeah.
God damn it, Teppy.
Yeah. Small gap.
Okay, there was a small gap in the audio there.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a small gap in the audio. If you're still listening to it at this point, you got yourself to blame here.
Yeah, don't yell at me.
If you don't want spoilers right now for Destiny 2, you need to crawl into a cave somewhere because it is all over Twitter, Instagram, like
So
Facebook,
speaking of spoilers, Taken King
everywhere.
subclasses. Taken King subclasses
are back.
Are back.
And we found out in arguably the lamest way.
The lamest way.
I'm gonna
The
throw
worst.
it
So
out there,
lame.
and I'm gonna say we found out in the
It was
lamest
the most unceremonious way to discover one of the largest parts of the game. Here, let me give you a visual demonstration. Okay.
It's a podcast.
This
Oh, it's a
Where's this
podcast.
going?
is going to represent the subclasses. Okay. Okay. This ghost here is subclasses. Audio listeners, you're fucked. The ghost is currently sitting up there on a pedestal, and I wander in, going, "Oh, where's the third subclass?" And you may never know where it is. It's right there behind you, and then you find it one of these days. You're like, "I found it. This is awesome." No, here's what we got.
Yeah.
Tossed in
For
there.
the listeners,
Tossed in there
ghost
in
was
some
tossed
video
into Holtz's
footage that we
screen.
found. It's like, oh yeah, there's your third subclasses. They're there.
Patrick is having a rant right now. If you,
He's very upset.
Yeah. I would say
very
he's
upset
tilted.
about this.
I'm upset. It wasn't like an announcement of the subclasses. It wasn't a super cool trailer. You know, you
Which
didn't
makes
just
me
see.
think
You
that
didn't just see.
It
oh,
didn't happen on. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. It was.
Well-
That's what it makes me think.
Yeah, I totally agree because Bungie is very fantastical, right? They like doing everything epic, getting people hyped. This, people didn't see it and go, "Oh my god, this is awesome! I get to play a Night Stalker." They saw it and were like, "What?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
There's a
I know.
quest?
There's got to
There's
be
a
A
quest?
random picture from a YouTube
if this
video?
was supposed to be a secret, if this was supposed to be a secret, which I think it was, there's probably a lot of people at Bungie that are probably upset that it got.
At Bungie, you got someone right here.
Absolutely.
Well, no, you know how, like, look at how good they are at holding secrets, man. Do you remember, like, the Black Spindle and how that stuff? There was a lot of people at Bungie that I've talked to that were super stoked when the community found that out. That was like a great source of pride for them.
It's really on the level of having the Black Spindle drop in footage for that level.
It is.
Before we played the Taken King and being like, what?
Yes.
The Black Spindle's going to drop like that? You know, or whoa,
Yeah.
the Black Spindle. It's like essentially seeing something like that out there and having that spoiled. So it was going to be an amazing surprise to find out that you could actually earn that third subclass from the Taken King and all
It was
that.
in a chest.
Yeah.
Like you're exploring the world and you open a chest and it drops a token and you're like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
Yeah.
And it starts a whole quest line for a subclass that you didn't even know was in the game. That would have been so
Would have
cool
melted my
to
brain.
discover that. I would have
All right,
gone
so-
insane, and instead I'm
So
like,
let's get by the fact that
okay.
whatever we know
Yes.
it now,
Okay.
right?
We know.
Confirmed.
Yes.
Taken King
Which
subclasses are
which
coming back.
one are you most stoked about finding?
Is that a
assuming
real
they're all.
question?
Well, I just wanted to ask it. We'll start off with
group,
Gigz
is that a
because,
real question?
because I want to know if you are. What is one of the subclasses that you hope? I hope that they are found individually and separately, and you have to go hunt for them. And let's
Yeah.
just hope that they're all
That's
cool things that you have
Yeah.
to find.
Maybe different planets.
What are you most hoping to find first?
Night Stalker, 100%.
100%. And do you think that here's what I want to know. The one you're most interested in finding out, and do you think it's going to be the same? Because the ones that we saw that were returning are changed.
Right.
I would totally.
So Gigz first.
Sorry.
What would you like to see?
I mean, I just want Night Stalker to be good because hunters are in a bad spot. So, I mean, I'm a hunter main, but I was pretty sad that hunters were going to be pretty bad in D2. But
So
with a
much
Night Stalker.
so- Yeah, so much so that when I asked you yesterday when you were streaming, what was the class that you answered that you were going to play?
Warlock, 100%.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. So 24
Don't do
hours
it.
later,
Don't do it.
and one piece of information, and this man has gone a complete.
It would have been
180.
way cooler if I was just playing the game and then I was like, wait, what? Hunters aren't trash? Holy, let's go.
But
So
you got to
what
keep
does
in
it have
mind
to
though,
be?
you only get basically a super every
Once a game.
maybe you get 2 supers with the
But the
changes.
Night Stalker was the king of neutral game. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, but cooldowns.
if that's still the case, yeah. But what if? Because the Night Stalker is the originator of dodge roll, right?
Mhm.
What if they get 2 charges of dodge roll, or they just get it back more often?
Yeah, that's my question is how
That
do you
makes
want
it
to
awesome.
see, knowing what we saw in the beta gigs, how are you think that they're going to adjust the Night Stalker or anybody? Like, how do you think they're going to adjust it in D2? Because it's not going to be the same.
I think it has to be debuffs because they their
Mhm.
class ability doesn't really do anything for the team. But if their neutral game and their like smokes and their nades actually applies like some sort of debuff, then they would actually be a viable option, like PvE and PvP.
Mhm.
So I think it has to be something with some sort of debuff or it's something, whether that be with the super. But I think it also has to have something in the neutral game. Otherwise, I don't know. I wouldn't pick it over Warlock or Titan.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they actually do with it. Obviously, they could do the exact same thing that they have right now, but it would be nice to see some really cool visual changes and some just straight up changes to the bow. Maybe it hits the ground and does some sort of like sonic boom type of thing and like throws a stasis around all the enemies. So instead of just like tethering them and make them move slow, what if they like suddenly are like locked up, you know, and you
Suspended in a
That'd be
zero
cool.
gravity.
yeah, like a
Arissa's-
zero gravity
Start
bow type of
floating
thing.
around.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I want Arissa's thing from Overwatch, where if you tether them, they'll move towards the point. It'll just like
that'd be cool. A
it'll
gravity-
actually
gravity
position
well.
them properly instead
Yeah.
of freezing them in place.
Well,
That's
there's
great for
those
the swivel bomb. to
there's those
actually hit them.
proximity
Yeah.
bombs that you see in Prison of Elders and inside some of the story missions from the Fallen, where they explode and they do the spider web, the thing, and it freezes people.
It's actually really
So
cool.
are you talking about them more visually like that, Tefty?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, like I want to see. Although I don't like that white haze that happens when you get.
I like
that.
the sound. The
Yeah,
sound
is
really
super cool. But when it actually happens, I'm like, oh god, this garbage. Like,
Well, about other people. I mean, what if your enemy was in that? Not you, but your
yeah,
enemy.
that'd be interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm just excited to see some sort of change in that. Like, there's going to be 3 new supers essentially, even if they are the same brought over, they're going to be affected in some way. So it's exciting to know that we're going to see Hammers, Stormcaller, and a Night Stalker with some changes.
All right, we already know Watts is what she wants.
Yeah. Night Stalker, if anyone doesn't know.
Patrick?
That's all I play.
Once a gunslinger, always a gunslinger.
He's
Even
not
though-
even gonna change.
What a
I'm gonna
hipster.
try.
What a hipster.
I will not deny that. I will not deny that.
But the difference is, Gigz, that they've actually made some changes to the gunslinger so that they'll actually be useful to your
Right.
teammates in
Yeah.
PvE.
I don't care
Sure.
about
They make
that.
orbs.
That's a byproduct of me being awesome.
Tefty, what you got?
Yeah, I don't know. I've become a lot more class agnostic as time has gone by, and also I have to start with Warlock because of the charity top donation.
Sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're all going to be. They could just destroy them and make them utter trash, or they could make them really OP, or something in the middle. I don't know. Like, I'm excited to see all 3. I don't have a specific one that I'm like that I.
If you had to choose, if I had a knife to your back and said, if you don't choose in 5 seconds, you will be murdered.
Stormcaller.
Thank you.
Solid pick.
All right, so give me what the Tickle Fingers, Dr. Tickle Fingers is. Is it going to look the same?
Okay. You know, it'd be nice if it actually has a lot more animation instead of being like this the whole time, being like, this. It's so awkward when you see a Stormcaller going by, and then when they kill you, they got this like.
They look like they're on a Segway, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
an invisible
Segway.
So awkward.
Oh
you get a random
Here
breaker.
comes the mall cop.
You wipe the whole team casually while you're just thinking
You're
about a
just
sandwich,
stuck.
and your hands are out. It's the most ridiculous thing. I would like to see them kind of like walk, and when they actually do shoot a bolt of lightning, it'd be great to see it actually like a hand gesture that comes out and like an arcing electrical thing that happens.
I want them to kind of weave it like the sisters on Auric and before the Oryx fight. You know how they're like doing weird shit with their arms.
Yeah.
Give me some space. Like they're building static electricity with their arms.
Like
at the very
emo
least.
dance raves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, with
Yeah,
glow
just get
sticks.
some-
Yeah, they get glow
Just give
sticks.
you a
like-
light show.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Nice
Well,
shit.
I think I'm gonna do hammers. I would
Of course you would.
love
You're a Titan.
hammers. Oh, I would love D1 hammers, like early
No,
hammers.
you stop that.
But I know that's not going to happen. So I would love to see some of the abilities of hammers. That neutral game that we talked about be a little bit more, buffed up, where you can choose to throw down a hammer at your feet or your teammates' feet, and it uses up a chunk of your ability, but it creates a range effect so that you're a buff for your teammates. Something similar to what the Warlocks do with their ability down, but it maybe lasts longer or something like that. But I think the hammers I love the opportunity to have a range attack, but I did want to see something that was more of a defensive end.
You're saying you chuck a hammer at your teammate and you give them a buff?
You could.
You want to be like the Ana of Overwatch?
I want to be able to find a teammate in the foreground, like that is in the gunfight, and throw a hammer at them and give them a buff.
That's interesting.
The support class would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's really
I'd love
interesting.
to see that kind of support neutral game come up.
Yeah.
Someone in chat just said, I'm excited for pulse nades on a Warlock. Can they not get pulse nades? Is that okay? Can they just not have that? I don't want them to have that.
Here's the
Pulse
problem.
nades in D2 were so good,
They're
which is
so
hilarious because in D1 they're a meme.
Yeah.
I know.
They're
yeah.
trash.
Yeah,
I've
they're
been
horrible.
killed by pulse nades once in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Stormcallers are just going to run at you. They're going to throw a pulse grenade, and they're going to punch you to death. And you're just, what do you do? I assume
Stormcallers
their
get
melee is going to be
twice the melee
longer.
range. Yeah.
It has to be longer,
Yeah.
right? Even if it's not as crazy as
It doesn't
in D1.
have to be.
It is
It
I
lightning.
mean- I think
It's
it
lightning.
does. I think
I
it's
don't-
going to be.
I don't
We
think
saw.
it
Do you
does.
remember in that trailer where we saw a Stormcaller use their melee right at the beginning? It was a Korra.
Yeah, we did see Ikora use
It looked
Stormcaller.
pretty long range.
It was also Ikora.
Jesus.
It is also
Well,
a Korra.
They did say that they're trying to make all the melee ranges on every class the same, even though that
They
was
are.
the case in the beta, but apparently they tweaked it
That
for
was a
Warlocks.
bug.
Yeah.
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 But with their empowered melee, is it going to be a little bit further range?
Probably, because Arcstrider has the roll and then you get a longer melee or whatever.
Yeah.
What about their blink? Are they going to have blink?
Ionic Blink?
Well, like a regular
Mm.
blink.
Please no.
I would hope not.
No, I don't think they should.
Or
Because
Ionic
imagine-
Blink. I don't want either of them on Stormcaller. Ionic Blink was like what made Stormcaller so good.
Well, I would like them to actually change the actual super, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like we're having
Yeah.
these combos on the supers, so maybe R1 is shoot a bolt of lightning, and maybe R2 is cast a net of lightning around you or something.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
something different, because
Yeah.
like, as powerful and OP as the Stormcaller was for both PvE and PvP, it was, I think, probably one of the most boring supers. Because you just, like I say, you just see him floating around for like 30 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Sometimes longer.
Yeah.
What if instead of now what if instead of channeling the super and just like funneling damage and stuff with your jazz hands, what if it actually was like you shoot a bolt of lightning while you're in Stormcaller and you can like have a longer range and you can go like poof, instantaneously kind of shoot a bolt
Love
of
it.
lightning somewhere.
Love it.
Somewhere
That'd
else.
be cool. It's become Zeus.
Yeah.
It would be great if
Oh
like,
my god,
Like
it
yeah.
hits, and then if the enemies are nearby, there's like a 50% damage reduction chain. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a storm nade pops down there too if it hits them.
Whoa. Storm nades also? Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, then.
All right, so
dominating the whole map.
Good for you.
So then the other classes that we haven't talked about yet are so we saw the Titan smash, right? We saw the Hunter.
Yeah. See,
So we haven't.
Pole Dancer looks amazing. It's got incredible just pizzazz going on. So I want something equivalent like that for the Stormcaller. It needs to look awesome.
I do too. Yeah, I do too, because it looked awesome, but it didn't do anything.
Hey, Ted, if it flips around like that,
yeah, Arc Strider.
If the Stormcaller flips around like that, their dress will come up and they'll
It doesn't. They don't have
people
to
will be able to see their knickers.
They don't have to do gymnastics. I just want them to like legitimately be like
look
lightning, thunder, boom, boom. It's got to like Raiden get in there.
Yeah, so they need to not only be badass and kill everybody 2 times in their spawn, but they need to look good doing it.
I would much rather have them look good doing it than be OP.
Yeah.
So you're willing to tone down the
100%.
kill
Good play,
ratio
good.
just to have your the way you
Style.
look.
Yeah.
Style.
I for once agree with you, just because I want them to be bad.
So if they nerf Stormcaller, it's Tefty that asked for it. He made it happen.
I'll be happy with that. I'm like I'm kind
As long as they look cool.
as long as they look
As
good
long as
doing
they
it.
look good doing it.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. What else we got?
Let's see. There were a lot of exotics that were shown, and by exotics I mean returning exotics. We've seen like some different Warlock chess piece. We saw the what's the Titan gloves, the feedback fences. We saw something very akin to that. It had like a blue light on it instead of an orange one. Apparently, Bife had like some hard light footage or something like that. I've been trying to keep the info because I just want to discover it for myself at the same time.
Yeah.
But apparently, hard light is coming back. Yeah.
Anything else? That's confirmed.
I'm hoping that hard light is going to be good, but
It might be. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how much damage it does.
I'm more bummed about exotics returning, in all honesty.
Rather than new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Like,
Yeah.
They keep talking about, fresh start or, it's, different game, new game type stuff. And it's like, we're still seeing the same, returning weapons at the very, I don't know. Maybe they're entirely reworked and it's just using the name and it keeps like the same, it's a reworked theme. I could be okay with that as long as it's not, we took hard light from Destiny 1 and now we put it in Destiny 2. I at least want them to flip around the paint scheme and change the mechanics of it in some way.
In my opinion, it has to have mechanics changed. Like if they straight up just port a gun over, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Oh, yeah, same.
Copy pasta.
Yeah, copy pasta all the way, because then it kind of justifies the whole Destiny 1.5 thing if they're doing that. Like not to the full extent, but pieces of that. If they bringing over pieces like that of content from Destiny 1, and it's like, okay, really? Like you didn't,
So here's where I would have exception to that.
Okay.
Right? Most of the exotics, if not all of them, are attached to some aspects of lore.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would be happy with them returning back to the game if they are placed and we get them through their intended element of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So that if they come back into the game, we are finding them and they're coming to us through the proper mechanism in the story, and it is part of a discovery of that piece of equipment from the lore. I would be okay with that, because that would to me feel like we're actually getting what we should have with these exotics, which is a story element to them.
Okay.
Like if there's a quest with Alpha Loopy and then you got a quest of Alpha Loopy or something.
Right. Well, in parts of the aspect of doing something on some planet that has a relation to that exotic's storyline. I know that
That'd be cool.
I know that we have a lot of exotics that were just not told in their proper story. And if there's a time and a place in D2 to put them in, and as we go forward, I would love to explore and discover them in their true element.
At the same time, to me, none of that matters because I've already created a story for it in Destiny 1.
Sure.
Like, I had a story of how I got this exotic. I don't want to have another story of how I reacquired the exotic. I already got it in Destiny 1. Even if it's reworked in my eyes, like, it still feels like, I don't know, it's almost more of the same.
What about, okay, another thing. So this is it's more spoilage, basically. We saw an exotic pulse rifle in one of the images, videos. He was comparing his currently equipped rifle with one that Devrin was selling. And we saw that it was an exotic, and it said that it could be equipped at level 11. Now, I don't assume that level 11 is max light, right?
No.
And we're used to getting the ability to equip exotics at max level. So what if we're getting some of those like exotics that we've had before at a lower light, and they're not as good, maybe? And then as we progress through the story and we get to stronger stuff, maybe that's when we get the new things. How would you feel better about that, or still like?
I still like that, yeah. But we've also kind of known that you're getting exotics early on. In the Bungie podcast, John Weiss-Newski was talking about how he got an exotic very early on in the leveling process, and kind of alluded that it was the Sunshot. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I like that we're getting exotics early on. That's one of the things from Borderlands that I really like, how you could get these really powerful guns very early on that you grow attached to. I'm all for getting new exotics very, very early on.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to level. I like it. Same thing with Diablo. Diablo does the same thing. You can get actual good legendaries early game. And if they do incorporate a few old Destiny 1 exotics for the leveling process to get you to max level, I'd be a little more okay with it. It puts a bad taste in my mouth right away. It's like, I'm expecting the sequel. I'm expecting all this new stuff. So the more...
Especially as they take all of our stuff, right, Tufty?
Yeah. Oh, you took my hard light, though. So why is there suddenly a new hard light? Like, what? I thought this was blown up in a tower, you know?
Reforged it.
So they got to tread very carefully on this, because at a certain point, too many times in the bucket, I'm going to be like, this is not what I ordered. You know?
So here's where I find that won't be an issue for me. If there is a crap ton of new exotics and new weapons, and the part that we see where we're getting these older exotics is a small portion of the whole, it won't matter to me.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna recycle exotics, can they at least do cool ones? So what do we know? Hard light and feedback fences. Like, those are two exotics I never cared about.
Please, for the love of God, bring back my dragon's breath. I need my dragon's breath. Let the meme live on forever, please.
I don't know. What if they have better technology in the game to allow dragon's breath to truly be what it was supposed to be?
An actual dragon.
Yeah,
it's a flamethrower.
A flamethrower.
Yeah.
I would love an actual flamethrower. That'd be great.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And that's really when we talk about the excitement of energy slots as a weapon, and that's what I was referring to when we talked about it before we had heard about it, is that it needed to be something that untethered the artists and designers at Bungie to be creative and to break the barriers of what is a human weapon. And, it just feels like we are in a place where our weapons can achieve the same level of space magic or creativity that our supers do. Right now we have these really fantastic abilities that are awesome and given to us by the Traveler, but we have these really utilitarian weapons that are cool in their own right. They have special abilities, but they aren't untethered from the mortal world of and you have a few of them. You have the way that Vex Mythoclast looks. You have what are some other examples? There are some examples of guns that are just outside of that realm.
Telesto is pretty freaking cool.
Drake's Promise.
Yeah. I mean, and I'd like to see like the ammunition be different, like Dragon's Breath. Jeffy, you brought that up last time. You know, the ammunition should represent a different feel. When I was over...
From what we played, I don't think it's happening, though. Unless there's some very specific archetypes of weapons that do have ammo type changes. It doesn't seem like we're going to get that, like,
we got
like
Cold
solar
Heart.
feeling like fire bullets, you know?
But we got Cold Heart.
We got Cold Heart.
Cold Heart
And they
is
said
like
they're
a
going to make
laser.
more of them.
What's that?
Like, they said they're going to make more weapons that are like Cold Heart is its own class of weapon. There's no other weapon like it, and there's more weapons like that in the game.
I'm A-okay with that. I like that idea
I
for an
do as
exotic
well.
weapon, just not to be a, this is the best of its archetype in class. Like, this is a unique thing that is doing something completely different than just, this is a Hawkmoon with 3 look in the chamber. There's a hand cannon with 3 look in the chamber bullets.
But to Tefty's
like
argument,
Dragon's Breath,
though,
if there was one flamethrower in those, the only one was Dragon's Breath.
There you go.
well, and to Tefty's point, I think Cold Heart for him should freeze your enemy and do freeze damage, right? It should be ice, not arc.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can...
Yeah.
Arc's
I mean,
electricity.
It's really cold electricity, all right?
No, it's using cold fusion to cool the weapon because it's overheating from the electricity. It's like water cooling your graphics card. Okay,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's how cold it is to get the electricity that
Mhm.
All right.
scienced.
Fair.
All right.
I can
Fair.
get a
All right,
little bit
totally
behind
believable.
that. Yeah.
I got
I
that.
figured
Yeah.
relate it to FPS and you'd be all over.
Yeah, now I understand. Just had to put it in the nerdiest way you could. Yeah, I got you.
Yo, FPS ain't nerdy. 200 FPS, that's where we live.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the
Where
church
you
of
live.
unlimited frames.
Which I'll never forgive you for having me sit down at your house and play your computer.
You're
Tefty.
welcome, Pope.
I came down, I sat down, and I played PUBG with my computer, and I'm like, there's no way I could get mad. I mean, if people are out there playing the same game as me in the same lobby with a computer like Tefty's, there's no way that I could be mad about not killing somebody. Of course they're going to kill me. I should actually feel sorry for someone that I kill. How did they let me kill them?
Pope,
So
Pope, I stepped you through, not to derail this conversation to an FPS conversation, but just I want to say I stepped Pope through 3 levels of FPS. I loaded up Borderlands 2, and I showed him 60 FPS, and then I stepped it up to 120. And what was the difference between 60 and 120?
just it wasn't like pixelization, but like when you turned your controller or you turned your screen quickly, it how fast the image cleared up or stayed clear, and your eyes could refocus on what you're looking at now if you did a quick turn.
Yep. And then I uncapped it, so it was like 200.
And then I couldn't make it blur. I couldn't turn and
You couldn't turn
blur
fast enough to blur it,
It
yeah.
was an immediate. So target acquisition was an extremely faster thing.
Mhm.
And in a shooter, I don't understand how you cannot argue how target acquisition is not an extreme element and one of the most important parts. So I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it, Tefty, but you're preaching to a lot of jackalopes like me who really, I'm still gonna stick with those 60 frame, whatever, 30 frame people, because
Yeah.
a lot of us can look at a guy driving a Lamborghini and go, what a loser. I can get to my job in my Ford Prius, or Toyota Prius or whatever. I don't know
cars, but
yeah, it's whatever. I don't know him either. But we can look at that and say, you know what, they're silly for thinking that way. And know that
I'll take my Lamborghini.
I'll take the Church of Unlimited Frames. Thank you very much.
oh man, unlimited power. Yeah.
What kind of monitor was that on, though? Was that
240 hertz monitor.
240 hertz monitor?
Oh,
Yeah, I was about
yes.
to say. I remember we talked about that.
Oh yes. It
I'm
really
about to get one myself.
the biggest difference really is in first-person shooters, because when you turn the mouse, like Pope was talking about, when you turn the mouse, it is crystal clear. Like there's no delay whatsoever with your eyes being able to readjust. Yeah.
Yeah, reminds me of a story when I was playing Counter-Strike back in the old days on a budget gateway computer, getting that solid 12 FPS.
Oh wow.
And thinking like, I'm pretty good at this game, man. And then one of my clanmates built a new computer and was destroying me. And I'm like, he downloaded hacks too. There's no way getting a new computer would ever make you good. And then I got a new computer.
And the rest is history.
It makes a huge difference.
It's kind of nice being able to see things.
Yeah. Well,
And we're gonna be announcing pretty soon here, within the next week. We're gonna be putting out some information how you, the listener, and the people watching in chat right now, can win your own PC. We're gonna be giving away a PC with the Razer keyboard, mouse, and
headset,
your headset, and
mouse pad.
The kit and caboodle. You're going to be able to win that for free with a copy of Destiny 2 all ready to go. It's going to be a custom rig with DCP logo and all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure to follow us on Twitter. We're going to be putting out information on that in the next week. It's going to be a run-up to the Destiny 2 release on PC. We're going to give it away so that you have plenty of time to win it, receive it in the mail, and get it started to play Destiny 2 on. So keep your ears and eyes peeled for that.
That was also announced during the spoiler time, so we should probably promote that. Promote that at other times too, so people.
If they aren't,
We'll do it every week.
Oh, okay.
Every month.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We should probably lead with that next week.
Nah.
We'll release the specs later, guys.
Only for the hardcore gamers.
Yeah,
I see you guys
as they want to know the spiel, like the spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna let you. We're not gonna let you that get away. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Now that all the losers are gone.
Not all losers.
Yeah.
What else?
Is there anything else from the gameplay?
There was quite a bit. I mean, they showed
Yeah,
full lost sectors. They showed adventures.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
90 minutes.
Patrol
minutes.
actually looks fun, which I thought was crazy because
Right.
Patrol right now, you go on a patrol now, it's like, I mean, you can do patrols, the random little quests or whatever, and then random public events, but it's not that fun.
What caught your eye as like looking?
What I actually thought was cool was like you kept getting the tokens for every activity you were doing. So it looks like you can actually just go into patrol and start farming, just like doing any activity that comes your way.
Yeah.
And then as you're going through patrol, you're just running into other players who are doing activities, and you keep getting tokens. You turn those token ins for rewards. So like it seems like if I'm like I get on to play, I can just go to whatever zone, start patrolling, and then collecting those tokens, and then turn it into actual loot.
I wonder where we turn that stuff into. Yeah, they introduced a character as well. What was his name?
Devrim K.
Devrim K. He is like
Devrim K.
He's the EDZ dude that you're going to be doing stuff with.
Yeah, you turn the tokens into him, and then he gives you it's like when you go to a like dead orbit right now, you turn in materials for the rep. You can do that with the tokens, and then as you level up, you get different rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you saw getting like a legendary engram and all that stuff. It's really cool because you can just sit in patrol and just grind by yourself and get loot from that. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know what I thought was really amazing also is that you're going to be leveling up European Dead Zone area. So there's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be on the other areas as well, Nessus and Titan, Io, and all that. I'm assuming that there's going to be somebody that you're going to have a faction type of thing. You do these things, and you level up that faction, or you level up that zone essentially, and keep on getting those rewards. So you could go spend a bunch of time in the European Dead Zone, do all that leveling, and then I'm hoping you can go over to Nessus and then do the same type of thing.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because if they've set us up with this European Dead Zone vendor farming all this cool stuff, then we go to the other places and none of that's there.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, what?
Right?
No.
Why?
I'm going to be well, I mean, there is definitely lost sectors and adventures there. So I'm assuming there's going to be a chest. You pop it, and it'll be like Nessus token.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweet. Let's go farm Nessus tokens because something sweet's available this week. Yeah.
I bet Nessus armor looks gorgeous too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's going to be a limit to how many chests you can pop per week?
I would not. I'm pretty sure there's probably a limit on how much you could farm.
Yeah.
I would assume.
I would think
I
it
have
would
no
be
idea,
daily. I would think it would be daily.
Probably a daily limit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well, they said like the like heroic public events. What's that like new Nightfall tier loot? Like they choose a location every week.
Yeah.
And it's gonna like funnel players into
flash
certain
points or something like
Flash
that.
something like
points, yeah.
something like that. And then I'm sure there's weekly and daily stuff.
You know, maybe the flashpoint stuff is what decides what zone gets those tokens that you can farm. So maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
That
Could
would
be.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it would suck if you needed something from a different vendor on a different planet though, and you couldn't get the tokens there, though, because it
Yeah.
wasn't a flashpoint.
Right.
I will say I like the whole do activities in the patrol space, get tokens to then do stuff. That's a strategy that worked in World of Warcraft as well. It always comes back to that. But
Glorious. Wow.
no, I mean there was they had these specific mobs that you go kill and you get tokens, you can turn them in and stuff. But you know it kept you going out into the world. It kept the world feeling populated and everything. And I'm really excited to see that in Destiny 1 because Patrol right now. Or I'm excited to see that in Destiny 2 because Destiny 1 Patrol, aside from leveling up,
And at the beginning,
It's
that's
nothing.
really what was awesome about being in the world is just randomly having some event happen and realizing that you were under level, you had to defend this war sat, and here came these people that were also notified in the area that there was this, public event, and they came over and helped you out. That kind of stuff. That feeling of having somebody jump in your team to help you out and you guys got rewards together and then you're disbanded afterwards, that was special.
It was
about
really
Patrol.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the things that they're doing now show an obvious attempt to keep that world populated, like you said, and funnel them into areas where they can be where they can get rewards and feel that same feeling of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's brilliant. I mean, I love it. It's just such a cool change of the environment.
We'll actually know where public events are now too, rather than it being a random
So nice.
thing, and then you had to go to a third-party website, and it might show up. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
was
so rad.
crowdsourced, remember?
Mhm.
Yeah, it must suck if you owned that website. That's gonna get no traffic now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless there's going to be
I,
other things that you need to discover. Like other secrets that they might put in there that
There
will be good to track.
were a lot of the things that was just blatantly on the map. Like I think the lost sectors were on the map.
The map looked amazing.
Yeah.
The map looked great.
Yeah.
It looked like an actual open world map, which is super exciting to have in Destiny because we've not had an open world feeling with Destiny before.
And I didn't watch. I didn't see this in there, but does it look like an open world map like on Skyrim where it's dark, other places you haven't been, and opens up as you expand the world?
No, what it
No, or
was
it's
is
just all visible.
you will unlock fast travel areas as you progress through kind of like the story stuff of the zones. That's what they said.
And then you unlock also the lost sectors and adventures and stuff, markers on your map as you talk to NPCs and stuff.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, you can't see everything on the map. You have to actually explore to get those markers, but the actual map itself you can see.
It looks like the NPCs went with you on stuff.
Yeah, for the trailer of the European Dead Zone, he was with us, standing on a rock. He wasn't just in a window. He was actually.
And then I'm going with
following
you,
us.
and it was cool. And then there's a point where he goes, "You're on your own now, Guardian." So,
so maybe
they tested that with what was it, Taken King, where they introduced the artifact? No, Rise of Iron, where you can punch something and it becomes like your ally, like an enemy. You know what I'm talking about? You can punch a random dragon, and then they fight for you. So they do have the technology to have a NPC fighting with you.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that idea. I think that you get in it. You see, in my perfect world, you go to wherever the farm, and you talk to this NPC about going on this adventure, and he's like, "Hey, I got this thing that I need to do, and you want to join me?" And you head out with them, and they get you started, and then at some point they're like, "Yo, I gotta peace out," or I gotta. Whenever you get into that public space, right, your NPC has to back out or leave or does something else, and then you join back up with them once you've completed it. It's
Oof, yeah. We also got the Hawthorne trailer today. So it looks like what
Hawthorne
Destiny's
looks
doing. She looks really cool.
She's got personality.
She does. She has a personality. She has some talks with Cade. They got some back and forth going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
She loves ponchos. She doesn't like
capes. She likes ponchos.
She likes ponchos.
She likes ponchos. And it's really cool that they're doing that. They're having like the little trailers for each like Destiny 2 character that you're going to come into contact with. So you get to see more about them. You get to learn more about them, which I thought was really cool.
It reminds me of what Borderlands did in a way with when they introduced a new character. You got that cutscene where it's like, watch out. It's something interesting about that person. I hope we're going that direction.
I hope so too. It honestly makes me really excited to see the other zones.
I just want to play the game. I just want the game to be out so we don't have to worry about any of this like other stuff coming out and we don't want to know about it yet. Just have the game be out. Let me play it. I just want to get my hands on it. I can't wait.
Completely
one of the things that she says that in her dialogue that I'd like to maybe just expand on a little bit is she says that we're better at this not dying thing than you guys are, like they're humans.
Yeah,
they're
she's
NPCs.
a human. She's not a guardian.
She's a human NPC. She is not a guardian, and they're out there fighting the front lines with one life, right? And now as a guardian, we have that revive, part of us taken away. And so it feels like that's what they're saying is that this is our introduction to that in the storyline. Hawthorne is.
Yeah, I think we still got our revive thing.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Well,
step one is go get the ghost.
I actually like that though, introducing characters that can actually die though, because then it's like you have this like Mary Sue thing where it's like no guardian can actually die, and then in a story, you don't have any loss, like you don't ever lose a guardian. You know what I mean?
Guardians can die sometimes.
Yeah, I guess
they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that
but
really
they haven't
bad-
done it in the story really. You've never had like a character where it's like you actually feel sad when like a character that they've never done anything like that.
Well, a little bit. Rise Iron.
Mara, there's Mara Solve too.
But she doesn't die.
Well,
she's not dead, dude.
That wasn't
know
like
if she's dead.
They kind of leaked that she's not dead.
Yeah, if you didn't watch that one Bungie stream, you would be. And if you are just an average player of the game, you play the game's like, damn, Queen's dead.
Yeah.
I didn't think she died. When I was playing it, I saw her fade.
Yeah, you saw her ship explode, and then everything
her
get
ship
vaporized.
did not explode.
I feel like her ships explode. Ship
Her ship
exploded.
kind of exploded.
But there's also this transmat technology that apparently is all encompassing. So I just assume things can get transmatted.
Her brother comes by. He's like, that scene where he's like, and he teleports her off. We're good.
Transmat.
Yeah.
Boom. Safety.
Yeah.
They're at
There you
like a hotel.
Yep.
Yeah, they're hanging. They're drinking Mai Tais on, Venus. We're gonna run into them. It's good.
Maybe actually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mara's
one of the
gonna be
DLCs.
The Iron Lords
Hey, where
definitely
you been?
died though. Yolder's dead.
Yes. Yolder is dead. That
But
was
they've never developed a character to
No.
make you care about. Like if they were to kill Cade 6 in the like Destiny 2 story, let's just say, like people would actually be like sad. You know what I mean?
People would be pissed.
Or
people would be pissed.
Well, it'd be cool that if there's other powers besides. So she's able to summon, these gravity balls that attack the dreadnought.
She got awoken balls.
She's got balls of awoken balls.
Mhm.
Okay, and so she's got powers that are not given to her by the Traveler, right?
I don't know. I haven't read the lore.
I mean,
I don't know where she got her,
to me,
her juju.
so she's not near the. To me, it's like she would be a good person to introduce another way of getting our abilities, another power source. Like the Green Lantern, there was the Yellow Lantern, and there was the, we go for a different lantern.
I don't know. I'm excited to play Destiny 2. I'm
I'm excited
I'm excited to have these questions answered that we don't know yet.
What
11,
about?
12 days?
Oh, I can't believe it's that close.
Yeah, 12
It's
days. It
pretty
would have been
crazy.
nice to learn a lot of this just kind of in the game. I feel like
Yeah.
this big information push, it's not for us, the people that devour every single piece of content out there. This type of stuff is for, the people that have some sort of interest and they need that last push to make them go buy the game, pre-order the game. So as much as we hate seeing all this info drop, because we're going to devour it and analyze it regardless of if we like it or if we like the process of it or not. It's for those people who suddenly get a notification on their phone. Oh, this new Destiny Patrol thing. Let me take a look at some of the gameplay. They haven't been paying attention to it and wanting to voraciously devour everything for the past year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's interesting for me. Like everything that was released today is a spoiler, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah, but we knew about the European Dead Zone. We knew about stuff, a lot of sectors,
but
all
we hadn't
this."
seen it.
Yeah,
we saw someone just play it.
Yeah, for me, I am gonna remember the chest. I'm gonna remember what it looks like. I'm gonna remember how it opens. I'm gonna remember the loot that popped up from the video. I'm gonna remember the locations because I have a relative visual memory, and that, as a hardcore fan, is spoiling it for me.
And every chest, you're waiting for that token to pop up for your subclass. Then when it pops up, people are like, "Oh, look, it's the thing that I knew I was gonna get."
I got a European
Instead
Dead
of
Zone
like,
token
"Oh my
because I knew about it.
God."
Depressing.
Yeah.
It would have been way cooler to just randomly get Night Stalker or something, and then just be like, "What?"
The subclass thing is huge. You know,
Yeah.
like that's a
Huge.
massive spoiler. But for
It is
me,
huge.
as a hardcore fan, like even seeing weapons that I recognize, their weapon body types and stuff like Omelon weapons, all that, that's kind of a spoiler for me because I'm like, oh, so that is returning. Like, all right, now I'm suddenly mapping in my brain all the things that might be returning because I saw this type of stuff in Destiny 2 already.
Or they're doing like a public event, and then the like lasers come down, and they're getting bombed, and it just looks super chaotic. And it's like, well, now I know to expect that. So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
it would have been way cooler if I was just doing the public events, and all of a sudden I start getting bombed. And I'm like, oh my god! Like,
And then when you look up and you can literally see a ship in the skybox raining bombs down on you, and you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, content creator problems.
Content. That's just,
I feel like there's a lot of people who aren't content creators as well that are like,
I feel that way.
I would have really liked to see this in game.
What if we have other destinations and they before Destiny 2 releases, they do the same thing?
Fucking
Oh
don't.
my god.
No.
Honestly, even if it comes out on September 6th,
We are not gonna
before
cover
we've
it.
had the chance to play it ourselves, I will be disappointed if they go into like super hardcore detail.
We're not going to do it.
I just really hope I don't wake up next week and they're like, first look at the raid.
Motherfucker,
like-
I'm hoping that doesn't happen tomorrow. Like at this point.
I hope I don't wake up and they're like, hey guys, we're taking a look at all of these subclasses and their perks and stuff that you found
Yeah.
out about.
Stormcaller footage.
No, stop it.
Stop it.
Just
Jesus, pump the brakes. We're buying the game already.
They couple things. I mean, do we want to talk about the? I guess they did the PC some information about the beta.
Okay, you can pre-download the beta now. There's the keyboard controls on there.
Which are pretty standard, right?
Yeah, they're weird.
They're
Why?
weird.
Yeah.
They're weird.
They're weird.
Why are they weird?
They're just weird.
Are they the same from the reveal
Yeah,
event?
same from the reveal event.
Okay.
Yeah, they're weird. Because
Yeah,
there's
they
a
are kinda
lot.
weird.
There's a lot of stuff that you would normally associate with different things. But you can change the controls. That's
remap
PC
them.
gaming. So you will probably rebind everything. You know what else you should get? You should get some of these nice mice that have like multiple buttons on it. So instead of having to press Z, X, C, V, G, R, E, F, Q, 1, 2, 3, 4, F1, Tab, Shift, Control, all those buttons, when you're all trying to move around, you can just move your thumb that you're not really using on your mouse and hit.
Just put your melee on your mouse. It's fine.
Who puts
That's all you need.
Q as a grenade? Like
like the
who?
people that what's on F?
F is the super.
Super.
Yeah, that's weird.
I know, right?
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I would
You want to know
prefer
what G
have it,
is? Highlight player. Who does that?
I don't even need that. We can just get rid of G.
Well,
Don't
I
need
think it's silly because you guys are all going to rebind your stuff anyways.
Yes.
Yeah,
True.
obviously, because look how it's set up right
My
now.
super will be on R because I'm used to supers being on R.
Oh,
Super.
League player.
On R? Oh, because of League of Legends.
UWER.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I was about to say, I'm like,
You're gonna have
How
forward
do you
bound to
reload?
a mouse button, and you're gonna have W bound to an ability, aren't you?
No,
also-
I was a Guild Wars player. Excuse me. I know
Oh.
how to use. Thank you.
Do we get are you guys a little salty that I don't know, are console players a little salty that there's no there's also text chat available in?
Nah, that'd be a pain in the ass as a console player.
It would be, right?
That would be a mass. Like I would love to have it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have it. But at the same time, you see how long it takes to type out a message using your analog stick to highlight every single controller. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I would.
I still think it'd be cool, so you could mid-game talk to the other team.
Talk trash.
Yeah, exactly. Or just talk to people at the tower. Like that's one thing about Destiny 1 that I always wish they had was like there's always other people, but you can only emote with them. Like you can't really like talk with them. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go to the social space and actually be able to have a conversation with someone, like some random person.
Oh, I do like how the arrow keys are the emotes.
Yeah.
The arrow keys are the emotes. Nah, not. You mean I have to take my hand off my mouse to emote?
Yeah.
You gotta have them on your mouse.
I'm gonna get an MMO gaming mouse, so there's like 20 buttons on the side, so I can have
Emote.
all my.
You're just gonna you're gonna bind them to Alexa. Be honest.
Yeah, I will.
Well, that's smart.
Alexa, teabag this mother.
Yeah, I really want to get a MMO mouse. The Death Adder Elite feels so good in my hand. Like
it does.
Comfort, right? Comfort first. And I don't want to have a mouse where I'm suddenly like, oh, can't move it because I don't want to bump these buttons.
I would suggest the Razer Naga is a good mouse as well.
I bought one.
But
I bought one and it feels weird.
I don't like it. Feels weird. Yeah.
Isn't it really heavy?
It's small.
It's not.
Is it
the old one's small.
Oh, the old one's
small. The new one is very long, so it's designed for someone that has like a palm grip on the mouse.
Is that what it is?
Okay. Yeah, it's more of a palm grip.
Yeah.
You have to like have like your whole hand just smashed smothered on the mouse, and then it feels comfortable. The Logitech MMO gaming mouse, I don't remember if it has a specific number on it. That one is much better for kind of claw players in my eyes. Yeah, that's the Naga that Tefty's holding up.
I'm gonna press all the buttons while I'm like resting my hand on the mouse. Everything.
There's so many buttons on that thing.
There's a lot of buttons.
It's uncomfortable. It really is.
I was gonna say I have the.
This
is it? Wait, yeah, I have the Naga skull right here.
That's my mouse.
It's for my laptop.
I use the Death Adder Elite. My cable management won't let me pull it up higher.
Yeah, this is as high as I can go.
The Logitech MMO gaming mouse is another really good one because the buttons are. They're on the side. You can't accidentally press them.
Oh, really?
It has all the DPI settings that you normally want, and it's really nice if you're a claw player.
Huh.
Yeah, that's another thing. Claw means two different. Claw and palm are the two different styles of holding a mouse. Claw is like this, where you literally have a claw. See the side profile? How you got your hands all like this?
I don't do that.
Where's the pressure?
What do you mean? Where's the pressure?
Mouse pressure. Like, is it your ring and thumb that are holding mouse pressure for controlling?
It's like
stabilizing.
The back of my thumb right here, side of my thumb right here, and then like my pinky and then pinky and ring finger are kind of like holding the other side for it. The other style is just palm, where it's like entire. I don't
do that either.
Yeah, I don't do that one.
I don't do either of those.
Those are the two main styles.
Let's just hold up our mice at the screen, all of us.
Okay, let's just do that.
I can't, or I would.
My mouse is
my unplugged Naga.
I got Hope's mouse right here. It's called Scuff controller. That's what you'll be using probably for PC.
Oh my god, you guys are so nerding out right now. I'm trying to stay focused. All right.
I don't like the palm feel. I like more precise. I feel like I'm.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I'm in between. Like I'm not fully
in
and then I'm not like.
This could be a really dirty conversation if we turn the subject just a little bit, but we're not gonna go there. We're going to talk about
we're going to talk about these wild mics and headphones. Okay, it's just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. Their Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and their Sadie and Lola headphones deliver insane sound and a very personalized fit. You can learn more about Blue at bluemic.com. I think I missed a sentence. I was memorizing that one. I just felt like going for it.
That sounded pretty good.
I think that was
great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nailed it, man.
I can go with that.
I'm ready for
buying in.
Buy in, baby.
Let's do this. We got PAX coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They talked about some panels that are happening.
There's some cool stuff starting on Friday, September 1st. Bungie's going to be taking over the Paramount Theater to bring Destiny 2 to PAX West. We have a whole lot of fun planned for everyone who attends, and this will be your last chance to play Destiny 2 before the launch on September 6th.
What if they have the new subclasses there?
Shh. Let's not be too excited about that.
I'm not excited about
Excited.
that.
It's more.
It's more of a
you
deathly
need
fear.
Is a PAX badge, and you're good to go. Balcony seating is reserved for panel discussions. We aren't revealing big Destiny 2 news. They're not revealing big Destiny 2 news. But we do have some fun topics to discuss for those looking to get insight from our studio and the community we serve. So some of these panels sound really fun, and I wish I lived in Seattle or I had the time to go up there. But Friday, September 1st, leading the Destiny community. You get to get the community managers are not the only voices to serve the Destiny player. The Destiny community benefits from a network of leaders with audiences all their own. So that is going to be a panel for Bungie community managers. Hear war stories from the front lines of the internet. Score some tips on how you can begin that adventure yourself. All right. Friday, September 1st at 3 p.m., bring the Guardians of Destiny to life. Do they live stream these panels?
I would
really
hope so.
Freaking cool. Okay, bringing the Guardians of Destiny to life. Cosplayers take the act of becoming legend quite literally. Oh, that's so cool. I love cosplayers. Mm-hmm. PAX always brings, it's always exciting. I mean, like they bring this character to life and they go to these events. And that's one of the fun things for me going is that they stay in character, you know? It's fun.
Sometimes.
It's really weird to be standing next to an Awoken in in the urinal, peeing, and you look over and do they have the same thing?
So, on September 2nd at noon, forging a new Destiny weapon. That's the one I'm really interested in, because before a weapon makes it to your hands, it passes through many of ours. Basically, it's talking about how they design weapons and stuff. That's one of the things I'm I'm always interested in hearing that, because I think they did a stream one time where they showed like how they designed exotics and stuff, and that's one of the coolest things to me. Building better worlds on the 2nd as well at 3 p.m. before the build upon artist vision. Learn how concept artists and environmental artists work hand in hand to create the places you want your characters to fight for survival. We saw a little bit of that in like one of the Rise of Iron streams where they're like, hey, here's how this section of the raid looked in the concept art, and then you basically got to see it instantly transition. So we know like they take huge inspiration from the content art or from the concept art. They don't like they basically try to almost make the concept art.
The last panel is 1 p.m. on Sunday, and that one's all about testing the player test labs. So what does it mean to test a game? And there's going to be people there talking about how that all happens. When shots are fired, everything is up for grabs. The maps the modes you master, and the way every character and weapon is powerful. These are really solid panels. It really makes me excited and to watch it, live. Hopefully they're live, and who knows? They might have some other surprises up their sleeves, like Bungie always does. Mm-hmm. So if you are going to PAX, make sure you're tagged into social media, because I know at least a few of our Watts and Holtzmann are going to be there. Yep. And
I live here.
Right.
Probably
you live in
go to
Seattle,
PAX.
Right?
That was one of the main reasons to actually to move to Seattle. I was like, I've always wanted to go to PAX. Now I have no excuse. I live there.
Yeah. And I know, Data lives there and Triple lives there. So there's going to be a ton of Destiny content creators that are going to be there. Make sure to follow them and see what's going on. Anything in the What's Up Doc?
If you guys happen, I think one of the big things here, be sure if you're playing on PC, update your drivers. The Destiny 2 beta may not run when installed to a folder with some localized character types in its name. So Greek, Cyrillic, Kanji. Players should ensure that they install the beta to a path that does not include these character types, or just use the default install location. Multi graphics cards if you have SLI or Crossfire. The beta does not support it. They're still working on it. It's in development, so don't use SLI. Don't use that. Yeah. Aside from that, it's still a beta. There's probably going to be a couple of visual things that might be messy with it. But yeah, that's basically it.
It's also the last piece of the THWAB is talking about like, just the people. It's videos of people saying goodbye to Destiny 1, and those are always interesting to me. They're nostalgic. It's what you value from Destiny 1. So let me just ask you guys, like, if you were going to sign off to Destiny 1 tonight, and you were, had a lobby full of your fans and, on your stream, how would you choose to sign off Destiny 1, knowing that Destiny 2 was available tomorrow?
Delete it.
You lay down, try not to cry a lot.
But how would you,
raid.
How would you sign off?
I'd probably go
sign off.
raid.
I would raid, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We already did that.
Oh God, we already did that. Dado, Watts, me, Triple,
Obtuse,
Sisikun. We had about 8 total people come in and out, but we ran every single raid on every single character.
Oh no!
Wow.
It took about 11 hours. About 11 hours. Yeah.
See, that'd be the perfect time to delete.
Yeah, I was legitimately just gonna go. I don't want to, because I logged on the next day, and I was trying to stream. I tried to put myself into play Destiny 1. I was like,
nah,
I can't. I'm done.
Yeah, I plan on doing my raids, my like final Destiny 1 raids after the beta, because if I play the raids now and then play the PC beta, I'm gonna have zero desire to do those raids.
That's true.
But if I play the Destiny 2 beta and then be like, I haven't done these raids in a while, let's knock them all out. It's gonna be great. And then boom, Destiny 2. It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
I think the beta is the day before the beta is gonna be my final D1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the same for me too. Because you're basically, when the beta ends, you're basically going into Destiny 2.
Yeah, I'll be
at
at
that
PAX
point.
as well in between like the end of the beta and the launch of the game.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's grab some ramen, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
All right. You guys want Twitter questions?
Let's do it.
Yes, but
Briars.
before we do, we have to give something away.
Okay, you guys take care of that real quick.
All right. So right in between, like we said, we have a Destiny 2 emblem code to give away, and we're going to give it away right now between, right before we go into Twitter questions. So, Tefty, why don't you run them through how this works?
Okay, if you want to have the chance of getting this code in Twitch chat, you're going to have to type in !spoiled. I'll put it in right now. Boom, !spoiled. Repeat that in chat. You will have the chance of getting this code, and then I will randomly draw someone's name from Twitch giveaways.
All right. So what this is for a emblem, a Destiny 2 emblem that you redeem on Bungie.net, and it will give you a Confluence of Light emblem. Have we seen what that looks like?
Kind of, not really though.
Kind of,
seen it in game.
Kind of not really.
Yeah.
It's like we've seen a black and white little square of it. It looks like Union of Light.
It does.
And so what's interesting is that a lot of these codes, as the game goes on, like we saw in Destiny 1, they become relatively rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There was a point where, people were really seeking or sought after like a Union of Light, and there were a few others that just didn't come around. Remember the Blacksmith shader from pre-ordering Call of Duty?
Yeah.
That became a very sought after emblem or shader. So yeah, so make sure to drop into the chat. And if you're listening to this on YouTube or Podbean, I apologize that we're doing this. If we get another code, we'll drop it in.
I'm gonna have Nick edit this section out, so don't worry.
Okay,
nice.
Cool.
Doing
Well,
all the
you guys
giveaways in the
suck.
spoiler section.
You're listening to this right now.
Anyone who left and didn't want to get spoiled is rip.
You're missing out on a computer, an emblem,
You're missing out on a lot of stuff, man.
All right, we got
and all of the info.
we got 450 people who've entered so far. All
right.
Are we good?
I'd say we start Twitter questions and then we pull it after a couple. Let people get in there.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do a Twitter question.
People are because if you do it multiple times, do you get multiple entries?
No, you only get it once.
All right, so just if you get it in, just don't worry about it.
Repeating it does not help your chances at all, guys.
Yeah.
Just it's a one-time deal for entering.
All right, so let everybody get a chance. Maybe start off a couple of questions.
So Hunter Lucas asks, I need an excuse to take off work for Destiny 2 release. What are your best excuses you recommend I use?
I have the perfect one. Can I just give you that?
Do it.
It doesn't include having a pregnant spouse.
Oh, I was gonna say your wife's having a baby.
Like, my
Explosive
wife's having a baby.
diarrhea. There you go.
Well, that too. She has that.
You know, like your grandpa passed. Need a
Yo,
week.
that's dark.
You can't
Go
say
there?
that they No, you can't say that they passed because then you can't use them again later. You have to say they're very ill or
Okay,
they're
you
going
go.
through something, depression. You got to help
No.
old Mima out of her deep depression.
But do you go into details, or does that shoot you in the foot?
Yeah,
like
it shoots you in the foot because
Details
then you
shoot
have.
in the foot, yeah.
Okay, it needs to be really, really simple. Like my goldfish is on fire.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's believable.
They're going to be too confused to ask questions.
You might get fired.
Yeah, you don't want to get fired, but that is an interesting angle. Depends on your boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real
Blame it.
talk.
The last
Always
safe
blame
city's
it.
been attacked, and you need to go
There-
save it.
There you go.
The laugh.
That's a pretty good
just tell the
reason.
truth. Just be honest. Hey,
Yeah.
the cabals are in our shit right now, and we gotta save the last safe city on Earth. That's what it is.
They'll be like, "All right, dude."
Okay, bro.
Just
Go at it.
just start out and just be like, "Hey, I need this time off. It's very important to me." And then if they don't, just try to blackmail them.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
worst advice ever.
You're awful.
Just do not listen to Patrick right now. He has got horrible advice. All right, Zefty, pull
All right, we're
the
pulling it.
winner.
If your
Winner,
name,
winner,
if your
chicken
name
dinner.
is pulled, you got to say something in chat claiming it. Otherwise, I will pull another name. 3, 2, 1. Ghost Doggy. Ghost
Doggy.
Ghost Doggy. DOGGII. Say something in chat if you would like the code. You got to
Yes.
claim it within the next minute.
All right, let's start our next question.
Also, go with food poisoning. I think that could work.
Food poisoning's great.
Yeah, food poisoning because no one asks questions. They know you're in
Yes.
pain, and you don't want to talk to anyone. And then it opens it up for more days off too, because you're like, dude, I thought I would be over it. I just need another day to recover, aka I need another day to grind so I can be raid ready.
That's true. Yeah.
It works out to be perfect.
Food poisoning is good.
Dalen C, serious question for Holtzmann. I want to get into the world of Magic. Should I buy the deck set or
Of
the
course.
bundle pack from Target? Look,
Briar
gets to
wouldn't have
pick-
picked this question.
Yeah, I know. Briar gets to pick his questions, and he makes them all about the vault space. I'm doing it this week as well.
Unbelievable.
Real serious note. If you're wanting to get into the world of Magic, the deck set, the bundle packs, they're okay. What I'd really recommend you do is buy some of the theme decks from Card Kingdom. They are constructed decks around specific archetypes. They're $10 a piece, and they're going to actually be very well crafted decks. Card Kingdom, if you want to sponsor me, at me on Twitter. Yeah, and other than that, I wouldn't really buy packs because you're going to get a lot of random crap. From them
Great,
that
good,
you're not gonna
concise
want.
answer.
Awesome.
Look,
Thanks for
All right,
the
nice
specific
work.
info.
All right,
Great.
so Hefty, looks
Yes.
like Ghost Dog.
And I whispered the code. Congratulations, Ghost Dog. You have won an emblem.
Ghost dog.
Ghost
Dog.
Gonna be part of the elite group.
Yeah.
So pay attention. We
Welcome,
may
brother.
have more of these to give away as we get closer to Destiny 2.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we probably will. So it's not your last chance to win. As a matter of fact, Gigz has got a Twitter thing going on right now for a code. So if you've got Twitter, make sure to look up, what's your Twitter account?
T1 Gigz.
T1 Gigz. And when are you going to be pulling that?
I'll pull it on Sunday. Give it a little bit of
All
time.
right.
Nice.
So He's giving away a code on Sunday, and so if you're an audio listener, you probably still have a chance. Go over and go to T1 Gigz, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
T1 Gigz.
Give him a follow and get a chance to win a code.
Gigz with a Z, in case anybody's wondering. Yep.
Gigz. T1 Gigz. Yep.
All right. Next
Church561 asks, did any of you pre-order the Scorpio? I believe he means the Xbox One.
Yes.
Xbox One X.
Xbox One X Scorpio Edition.
Xbox
what
One
games are
X,
you
Xbox One X,
Scorpio Project X.
Yes.
Xbox XX1.
And what games are you most excited for?
Sea of Thieves. I want to be a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that on PC as well?
Yeah, but it's on both, and you can play together.
Yep.
Play together.
Okay, so I'm playing on
one. Everyone could be one.
I didn't pre-order an Xbox One X though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have my PC.
I'll be honest. At this point, I want the best version of Destiny 2 on the Xbox because I will absolutely play it on Xbox. But Xbox One X comes out 2 weeks after the PC version, and I'm probably going to be grinding on the PC initially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, of course.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have real high pixel pirates.
I spent 2 years watching my Xbox One be a doorstop, and so I am not going to be buying one.
I'll play Ori and the Blind Forest 2 on that Xbox, and it'll be beautiful.
In the most
not on
beautiful
PC
thing.
as well.
It is on PC.
So what does the
Everything's
Xbox
on
One
PC.
X offer that the S and the normal version don't?
See, the whole thing with games or with consoles is it needs to have games on it, and having PUBG having PUBG be exclusive to Xbox, that's cool. I already got it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's convenient.
And apparently they're sharing servers, so good luck, Xbox.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine playing against PC players.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, so good luck.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
Yeah. Unless they change it, which they definitely should.
They will have to.
Yeah.
There is going to be no way. That's going to be ridiculous. I played for a little bit with a controller, and I understand there's more differences than what I'm saying, and it's a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Wow. Crazy.
So I don't think any of us are really pre-ordering one.
Tomo wanted it. I don't know.
No,
he can buy it. It's fine.
I might actually pre-order by the
I'll
time.
steal it.
Yeah, I might pre-order by the time it gets to that point. But like this week, I might wait. I don't know. It's tough to say.
Well, do you have a 4K display you'll play it on?
No.
Then what's the point?
It will look better with Destiny 2 at 1080p, just like PS4 Pro looks better.
I care about the frames.
Whoa.
Does it actually give you better frames though? Because I thought they capped it.
No, it doesn't give better frames. It gives better
frame drop though, right?
Well,
often.
And also like better visual lighting and stuff like that effects. So when I do play the Xbox version, it'll be best. I just don't know if I want to throw down the pre-order right now for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Allison Metal asks, question for Gigz. What will T1's priorities be at launch? Will we be enjoying PvE or focusing all attention on PvP?
I will not touch PvP for a while. I'll be on the PvE grind. Like I said, that's my favorite part of Destiny is the PvE, and then especially blind raids are super fun for me. So yeah.
Are you gonna be pulling together a team to try to get that crispy world's first?
Yep, and we're gonna get 4th place. We get 4th place every single raid. So we got to keep it up.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Do they give prizes for that?
No. You don't get a mention. You're just outside of the mention.
That's right.
know, it's the perfect spot of just like.
I was about to say you went 4th. I didn't know you had gotten 4th, and I pay attention.
Vog, Crota. Actually, no. I think Vog we got 3rd, but I don't remember, but. For sure, Crota. For sure, King's Fall. For sure, Wrath of the Machine. All 4.
Oh my god, dude!
That's amazing.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's like just outside
I would actually be upset if we got 2nd or 3rd at this point. I want to keep the meme alive.
You guys are amazing. All right.
Benjamin Barry asked, do you think it's possible PC and console will have different PvP metas? For example, sniping might be better on PC and a bigger part of PC PvP.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all the weapons are balanced completely differently on PC. So your accuracy stat, so like your hip fire accuracy, your midair accuracy, the stability of a weapon, the range, every single stat could be balanced completely differently. Plus, it's like just with a mouse, it's like you have way more precision. So a weapon like a scout rifle, you could actually use it close range on PC, which you couldn't necessarily do on console.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. Michael Fitzgerald, not Michelle. Apologies there. Anyone from DCP going to PAX West or PlayStation Experience this year? I think we already answered that one. Watts and I are definitely going.
Gigz,
I'll be there as well. Yep.
Gigz going?
PAX. Yep.
PlayStation Experience in the world of content creators, that is way too far out for us to plan around. So I have no idea. I'll let
What's
you know
that?
more.
Is that going to be in San
PlayStation
Francisco
Experience?
again?
I think it's actually. I thought it was going to be at the same place it was last year.
San Francisco?
In Anaheim.
Oh, Anaheim.
No, Anaheim.
I thought it was
Yeah,
in the Bay Area.
they did them in the Bay Area the first time, and then both TwitchCon and PlayStation Experience, and then they both moved to LA. I think the Bay Area is way too expensive, and as far as LA is concerned, the cost of the facility plus people flying in and out of LAX, the flights are cheaper, hotel, everything. So it just everything moves down to LA.
Interesting.
But I like having water.
We got water.
Okay.
Water's
In
a bottle.
I don't want to move to LA.
I would never move to LA.
No, they're
I could
talking
not.
about just flying in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I heard move to LA. I'm like, nah.
No. They
Just-
moved the
you
event.
just cut it off. You're just like,
Everyone
no.
keep it down.
Just because the water tablet's below 50% doesn't mean you're going to die of, thirst. It's all good.
Dave Security asked, what do you think about the Destiny 1 exotic weapons returning in Destiny 2? Hard lights. I think we already kind of talked about that.
Yeah.
We could.
Supa2124, have you ever met anybody famous? Dado doesn't count. LOL.
Like how famous?
How famous are we talking here?
Famous. Dado doesn't count.
Well, I
So
met
do other game
Hefty
people
the other day.
count?
I met
Pope and I
Hefty for the
hung
first
out.
time at TwitchCon. It was pretty amazing.
It was lit.
I realized I finally found somebody that's shorter than me. It was pretty dope.
I was like, oh my God, Pope Bear. And then I immediately went over to Dado because he was famous.
That's right. I remember that. And I went Lumi, and then I don't know.
I mean, I know people
I-
from Hollywood, so.
I have a fun story.
Okay.
Ben
Let's do it.
Folds was my babysitter.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. His girlfriend worked with my mom at the time, and so Ben Folds would come over to babysit me when his girlfriend was over here. Well, in Nashville, at least. Yeah.
Did
Ben Folds.
they play music for you?
I like to think that. Wait, is that an innuendo?
Maybe. Sweet music.
That they used to spank you on your birthday, Patrick.
No, that was my kindergarten. That was my kindergarten teacher, and that left a different type of lasting mark. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
This is when Briar would read another question.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it was, but I'm reminiscing right now. Tech Tight, with the leaks about Taken King subclasses coming back, will any of you reconsider what class you are in Destiny 2? Is Sentinel less? Okay, I like the second part of the question because we already discussed the first part. Is Sentinel less appealing now? Now that, say, like Sunbreaker's there.
I don't think we have enough information. I don't know.
Yeah.
For the local Titan player who likes hammers, what do you think?
I would probably want to see what changes were done to the Sunbreaker. So I would probably be more intrigued when it came out to choose that, since I got to play the Sentinel, and that would be the newest. So I would probably go to Sunbreaker. Really excited to play the Sentinel, but that newness would take me there.
Good answer. Good answer.
Vengeance is my name. Who is your biggest critic? Your friends, your family, parents, yourself, the 10-year-old kid who won't stop shit talking you on YouTube.
Twitch chat.
Holy
Twitch
shit!
chat.
I want to say the YouTube comments and like the reviews of the iTunes. The iTunes does this messed up thing where they have it like the oldest ones
The
first.
oldest comments first, yeah.
That's
It's
weird.
just ranked. It's
Right.
like the first person to.
So there's these comments. The first like 8 of them are people that just despise me, and they stay there.
They never move.
They never move, and it's the same 8 people who hated me. And so you have to go all the way down to the very bottom, and or later on, and then they stop listening, and good, fuck you too. And then you got people that are fans and hanging out. And it's just weird that iTunes would do that. So those 8 people are my wildest critics because they don't ever fucking move. They're just there.
See, my favorite thing is Twitch chat is my biggest critic, but I can just say Kappa and they forget everything because then everyone starts spamming Kappa.
That's pretty awesome.
I want to say Pope, your son's your biggest critic sometimes too.
My son wrecks you.
Oh no, he's your biggest critic. Yeah,
Oh.
because I remember a time when you were sitting there playing, and you were like, "Oh, wait, I totally hit that guy with that snipe or whatever."
Oh, I remember that.
And then his son just pipes up and says, "No, you were way off to the right."
He is so funny when he sits when he's watching me play. He calls my shots like I would get angry and make up excuses and stuff, and he's just like, "No, you didn't do that." It's funny, man. You're right. He is my worst critic.
In the always self-deprecating meme of whatever I am my biggest critic. Yeah, how's that for being humble? Also,
I mean, I think a lot of people would be their biggest critic because you get to really scrutinize what you do, whereas a lot of people maybe don't see the details that you're looking at, whereas you see them and you're like, oh my God, I hate it. Plus, and the people who are just like talking crap about you in comment section or Twitch, it's like, do you really care about what they think? Because it doesn't really matter. So I would say myself.
There's a difference between valid criticism and wanting to help someone through it, and then just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And when you're just an asshole, I'm like,
and Tefty, like the biggest thing for me is that like people who were fans of the show, who were critical of my participation in the show early, were constructive, right? Like, and I changed my approach, and so it's a growth. You grow with your fans, you grow with people over time. I mean, I don't know. It's a process, and it's a great process. But
it is, yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
For me, it's definitely myself, 100%, because it's just like Watson Holt said. When you're doing content and you start approaching doing it for a living side, and then you're doing it for a living and all that, you quickly learn that you just have to tune out a lot of the passerbyers that are just come in and be like, garbage, trash.
Your beard's dumb.
Yeah.
Me too. And then
Shave.
okay.
Shave. What's that? Pubes on. It's like there's just a multitude and a tapestry of.
Your voice isn't that deep. You're using a voice modulator.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of dumb things that can happen. So you just learn that you have to tune out most of that stuff. So you kind of become your biggest critic, because at the same time, you can't just become complacent, because when you do, then you lose whatever type of foresight to think of the future. And you have to think of the future as a content creator. You have to. You can't just be like, well, I'm here right now, I'm just going to keep on doing this. No, you have to think about like we're thinking about Destiny 2 and other games and so on and so forth. So that has to be a conversation that you have with yourself, because you know yourself the best. So I end up being my biggest critic for that reason, and be like, oh, I'm not on time, or I dropped the ball on this stuff. It's like.
Yeah, I hear you.
Speaking of like being a critic of yourself, like you're always having to think of the future. That was the line that got it. Gigz, are you doing YouTube stuff at all?
Kinda, not really.
Kinda? Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about this. How about the demonetization thing that's been going on with YouTube?
That's pretty intense.
When you are constantly having to think about the future of yourself as a content creator, what are you thinking when we're seeing like a bunch of Destiny content creators, nothing, like they're literally making
horrible.
nothing because it gets demonetized?
It's awful.
It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, something needs to be done about it. Right? I mean, is this just something that people are going to have to accept, or are they going to change something?
Gigz, and the weird thing is it seems so random as.
Yep.
It's like people are.
It is.
Well, it looks like it is, because people are posting videos with no title, no nothing,
no tags,
no content, nothing, and it's getting held up.
People are posting videos like I'm going live on Twitch and it gets demonetized. Like,
shouldn't be monetizing that in the first place.
But even then, it's like, why is that getting demonetized just immediately?
Right. It's difficult to be a content creator and think creatively when you're having to think monetization. And I know there's always some part of you that's having to pay the bills, but I think they're changing the paradigm of how content creators think in a way that I think, as a viewer of that content, I don't want to see happening. If they're so sacrificing their content to make sure that it doesn't get censored, then I'm not really getting what I subbed for them in the first place. I wanted a creator that had non-traditional, non-commercial views on things that if I wanted fucking TV, I would turn on cable. I don't. I watch YouTube for that reason.
I feel like most of this is legitimately YouTube trying to like push their platform into something that they're currently not. Like they want it. Okay, as big as gaming is on YouTube,
and they made a YouTube gaming.
They made a YouTube gaming section, so maybe they're gonna eventually put all. You have to upload to gaming.youtube. Whatever. Like the biggest stuff is really content friendly. Box unopenings, kids playing with toys, makeup tutorials, what people doing reaction videos. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of it is very easy, simple content that is very advertiser friendly. And, gaming may not be what they want on their platform anymore. So one of the strategies they could use is just starve it out. We're just going to very aggressively demonetize stuff on gaming videos until eventually, they move to a different platform. Twitch, maybe they just don't want them on there. And at the same time, like, I love doing some stuff on YouTube, but you do have to think about it monetarily sometimes. Like, and if the thing that I pay my rent with is no longer giving me money, I very much have to go. I have to think. I can't do that anymore. I can't make weapon reviews and stuff and just put it out there for free. So I have some plans in place in case like shit goes down the tubes with YouTube. But yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't get to that state.
Unfortunately, the way that YouTube is right now, it's like you think about something that you want to do, but then you also then have to second guess that thought of, okay, well, how do I title it so it's friendly and YouTube doesn't pick it up? How do I do the thumbnail so it's friendly and YouTube doesn't pick it up? And the issue is they have this whole, you can't show videos that have violence in it. Well, guess what? Video games have a lot of violence. There's nothing you can really do about it. Destiny is like one of the most PG shooting games that you can find, or games in general, and it's still not advertiser friendly. So it does kind of kill even just the vibe for a lot of creative content on YouTube, because people are like, I have to make sure it's advertiser friendly. I can't just have this idea and just upload it. And you just can't do that anymore.
My thing was like, if it's not advertiser friendly, it's a video game. Advertise video games on the video games. Advertise peripherals on the video games. You got options out there before taking away everything. I know ads are done by a bot. Essentially, it's an AI learning program. And you can it's eventually going to learn what it's doing right or wrong. So hopefully they get that shit sorted out soon.
They need to get it done quick too, though, because it's like they're messing with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
It's really bad. And at this point, like, I'm just like, I will upload a video if I feel like it. Twitch is my priority right now because Twitch actually talks to me.
It's amazing when you have a platform that
it's great.
Every single update that comes out, or like news publications, like, oh, there's another thing that's going to be helpful towards us using this as a platform. That's really great. And YouTube just like, hey, fuck you.
It's just
basically.
It's always felt like a blank wall, like a robot when it comes to YouTube.
So like, I don't really do YouTube, but like, have you been able to push out a video without it getting demonetized?
Yeah.
You just have to make sure it's like super safe.
Well, right now, the only thing I'm putting up on the YouTube channel is this podcast and Xur video, because I don't want to put out any Destiny 1 content because there is nothing to put out.
Right.
Destiny 2 content, for all that's coming out, like all the info that's coming out, it's not stuff that I want to do content on. I don't want to be another news channel anymore. Yeah.
They're just waiting for the launch, really.
But basically, just waiting for the launch so I can make the content that I'm interested in making, which requires me to play the game. It's a wonderful situation to be in, where you buy into the system of YouTube, and you put all your cards, and it's like, yeah, no, it'll be fine. But then at the drop of a hat, it can completely change, and you're all right. Yeah. Okay, now we gotta figure out some new stuff to do.
Right. That's the worst.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what happens. Rob MCG, with exotics seemingly more common, do you think there will be a higher tier of engrams that will make us grind?
Like higher than exotic?
Yeah, like higher than exotic.
Probably not.
Ultra,
mythic.
Mythic's probably branded.
I don't think so. It's possible. I don't personally think so.
I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea.
Pearlescent engrams. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't think so.
I don't think there will be though. No.
Like, what's the point? You already have exotic as your highest tier,
Yeah.
There's no point adding another tier.
It's always exciting though when there's like another tier, even if it just doesn't make sense.
I feel like that's something they would maybe introduce later, though.
Like a DLC.
Like a DLC thing, yeah.
That's true.
Dark engrams, corrupted engrams.
Corrupted.
What if it's like a different type of legendary engram, like a sublime one that can roll a perfect, like whatever stats it has will be perfect. Wait, that's the Destiny 1 sandbox. Shit.
It will roll.
All the rolls are the same.
And all the rolls are the same anyway.
A corrupted engram, so that when you decrypt it, it's definitely going to be something lower tier than what it dropped as.
I know. I feel like if it was corrupted, it'd have to have some sort of dark energy that there's a pro and a con to it. This straight up comes from Warframe.
That would be cool.
There's corrupted mods and all that you get where it will take away something but also give a bonus. So if there was something like that in Destiny, that'd be interesting as well.
Yeah, that would be good.
Jack Jr. asks, do any of y'all have tattoos? If so, story. If not, do you want one? Hey, Gigz, you have any tattoos?
Yeah, you got any?
No.
I can't really tell.
No, I don't. I would never do such a thing.
Your body is a temple, and you shall treat it as such.
Yeah, by decorating it.
Do you ever get tired of people asking you about your tattoos, or if there's a story behind them? Is that something that, if you have something as visible as a tattoo like yours, that you get tired of?
Not really, because it's something that people are interested in. I mean, I get the question a lot, but
sure.
No, I'm used to it. I don't like, I'm not like, oh, this question again. You know what I mean?
Do you ever find yourself wanting to make up like crazy ass stories as to why, like the meanings of just make up shit as to why you have that tattoo?
Oh, I bullshit all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I was drunk in New Delhi, and I met a elephant. I
was in Hong Kong.
Sure. Just come up with some crazy ass story.
Met a one-eyed midget and tattooed my arm, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm.
So no one else besides Gigz with tattoos?
No.
I've always been like terrified to. I think of it as like, am I gonna like this tattoo 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Like that's how I think. I'm like, what would I like?
And then you're just stressed out. You're just like, I can't do this. Mental anguish, can't handle it.
Yeah, my dad has this like giant black widow on his shoulder that he regrets that he got in Vietnam. And so I'm always
That's a good story, though.
I know, right? I'm always like, man, what if I end up like my dad and have a giant black widow on my back?
I fear sometimes. I don't know how I didn't end up with one in my college days. Just stumbling around drunk, and I don't know how I never ended up in a tattoo parlor getting something stupid put on me.
Those are the best ones, though.
Yeah,
tattoos can be hilarious.
Dogs playing poker across my cheek, why not?
I went to art school and somehow escaped that without getting a tattoo. So
that's pretty wild.
There is one tattoo I would have gotten, and I was going through the Junior Olympics and for cycling, and trying to get into on a professional team and go to like
get into the Olympics. Had I gotten on the Olympic teams, I would have put the Olympic rings on me. But other than that, I mean, I was a far cry from that.
You can do like a jump the shark a little bit, get the rings with a gold around it as well. Just be like, I already know I'm going to win it. Like the guys that get the
Tattoo
Super
a gold
Bowl.
medal to
The
yourself.
Super Bowl tattoo.
Yeah, like the guys get the Super Bowl tattoos before it's even. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for the Twitter questions. I suck at picking them. Briar usually has a lot of silly ones, and I go through. I'm like, no.
You know, Briar is missed when he's not here. I mean,
Yeah,
all of us. I mean, I think the podcast is the most fluid when I'm not here. But I'm just kidding. The self-deprecating humor is my specialty. So it's nice. When I had to do Twitter questions, I botched it terribly. So Patrick, you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Did good, Pat. You did good.
You did good, Patrick.
All right, I just need to work on those transitions, not awkward silences.
So.
See, I'm the best critiquer of myself. If you want to find more awesome critiquing of myself, you can find me on Twitter at Holtzmann_YT. And then you can find me on my YouTube channel where I don't make any money.
I guess it would be me because Briar would be next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. All right. I'm at Teft on Twitter if you want to talk to me. Also twitch.tv/Teft for my streams. And I do have a YouTube channel as well that will get some love with Destiny 2 coming out. Yeah, regardless of the adpocalypse. Regardless of that. So.
And I'm Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Miss 5000 Watts.
And this has been. Oh no, we need to ask Tiggs. Gigz. Sorry.
Wow.
I was thinking.
Twitter?
I was thinking of your Twitter. I was going to say your Twitter.
My name is Baron Von Bagel Monster. You can find me on Twitter at T1Gigz. Hey, that's why you don't see me stream during the day, right? And
yeah, this is like
on Twitch. No, this is like my morning, honestly.
Are you going to be streaming after this?
Maybe we'll see.
You can fire up your stream and we'll raid you. All right. So this has been Pope Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear. And also follow our Destiny community podcast Twitter at Destiny Compod. And you know what? We have an Instagram now.
Oh,
sweet.
Yeah, it's Destiny Compod, just the same thing as our Twitter. And we're posting the information from, pictures and stuff of what we do events and the flyers. So make sure to jump in there and follow us on Instagram.
Until I take over, and then it will be cat pictures.
Then, yeah.
And it will
Watts is
explode.
going to
Blow
be
up on the internet.
Watts is going to be posting
Tobias is
cat
going to become a
pictures
star.
to our
And then we'll
Instagram.
be endorsed by cat
That's
food.
the
and stuff.
secret to the internet
Love
is
it.
cats, honestly.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And make sure to review this if you're listening to it on iTunes. And
Oh, also, if you happen to want to join the Destiny Community Podcast community, the Discord link is in the YouTube description. Please click on it. Join the Discord community where we have
Yay.
thrilling lore discussions and post cat pictures, probably.
And we're going to be giving out more information next week on the PC computer. It's going to come full monitor, keyboard, tower, mouse.
Full
All the
everything.
stuff.
It's
Full
gonna be
Just plug
sweet.
it in. Play
So
the game. It's already
You're
on
gonna
there.
you're gonna come ready to go for Destiny 2. So we're gonna be posting information about that next week. So make sure to follow us on Twitter at DestinyCompod and on Instagram.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Okay, you can hit stop recording now, Gigz.
All right.
And we are still live.